Say. Sit down, shut up, let the heat show all the hate. Drop a gem in your skull, answer all your questions. It is inside your focus. Quit your plan, now you stand. Sit down, shut up, let the heat show all the hate. Drop a gem in your skull, answer all your questions. It is inside your focus. Quit your plan, now you stand. Don't bother me, I got a mock Dodge flow, man. You in the street, you might get ran up off the road, man. Push that gas on speed, don't want the doors to close on me. Log gets on really, pull up at 1419. Bye till I keep it pushing. Miss call out, got there, and then you shush it. Hear the cooking, green speaking, how you doing? Uncle Teddy got the chewing, focus my seat, I'm pursuing. I sit down. Catch me on the second row, I'm holding down, show up. Got my heart set for the boss, so now it's time to grow up. Catch me off guard, ask me questions, I be like, hold up. Mind in circles, world swerving, pockets hurting. No never thought but to decide, and that's for certain. Yo, work it, it's the reason why I serve them. Ease my pain when I be hurt. Turn my back, oh that's absurd. Oh no, sit down. Shut up, let the heat show all the hate. Drop a gem in your skull, answer all your questions. It is inside your focus. Quit your plan, now you stand. Sit down, shut up, let the heat show all the hate. Drop a gem in your skull, answer all your questions. It is inside your focus. Quit your plan, now you stand. Don't bother me, I got a mock Dodge flow, man. Can't you see I got a mock Dodge flow, man? Best believe I got a mock Dodge flow, man. Come get like me, come get a mock Dodge flow, man. Well, yeah, we got a mock Dodge flow, man. All these haters need a mock Dodge flow, man. You at home watching, need a mock Dodge flow, man. No, we ain't stopping, got a mock Dodge flow, man. Mock Dodge flow, man. Mock Dodge flow, man. Well, yeah, we got a mock Dodge flow, man. Mock Dodge flow, yeah. Mock Dodge flow, yeah. Well, yeah, we got a mock Dodge flow, man. Oh man, Big Lee said Yahuwah made me. I like that, Big Lee. You think about it, and I have everything I want. I can still be saved, though. Never stress about what I can't change, no. 5'10", no, and this 6'4", no. Never really been the best that men know. But I gotta love myself up on the league, cause Yahoo made me, Yahoo made me, Yahoo made, Yahoo made me.
Some people don't wanna see change, no. Try to hold you to the same old things, yo. Getting older, but they ways still the same, though. So I had to come out and separate, cause Yahoo made me, Yahoo made me, Yahoo made, Yahoo made me.
Never stress about what I can't change. I can know my situation, be content in my state. When I sit back and think, well, my ship ain't never sank. Got a mind, I never pain, cause of who I'm serving. Yo, all I hate. Provide a supplier of all of my needs. Find a security under your wing. You gonna 41, gonna worry. It ain't what it say. All of my physical, but it ain't adding up. I didn't have trying to be stopping the double attacking. Your food for the world, you repeated it, slapping. You took me a while, I figured it out. Created for y'all, no longer clown. Put from the ground, I worry under my skin that's so bright. I guess that's why they envious. Made us inferior, even expendable. All people lost, don't know who to listen to. Enemy forming groups, they don't care. But you NAACP, we would take a boo laughing. Ha 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 ha. Reverend Kong gon' lead our people, got a rock. Told me ain't nobody equal. Walk his image, always heard I could look perfect. All alone, it was my purpose. So my stance ain't promulgated. The contrary will not shake me to the world. I might seem crazy, let them know who made me. Never stress about what I can't change, no. 5'10", no, and this 6'4", no. Never really been the best that I know. But I gotta love myself up on the league, cause Yahoo made me, Yahoo made me, Yahoo made, Yahoo made me.
Some people don't wanna see change, no. Try to hold you to the same old things, yo. Getting older, but they ways still the same, though. So I had to come out and separate, cause Yahoo made me, Yahoo made me, Yahoo made, Yahoo made me.
Ain't no need for walking timid, cause y'all made us in his image. Always heard I could look perfect, all alone it was my purpose. Dressing up this inner man, I know that's gon' save me. Following y'all's game plan, won't you tell them Big Lee?
Check it out, let me put you up on game. Ever since I met you, who am I? Cause he ain't been the same. I definitely made a change. From loving Jesus and loving heathens, all type of things. Backsliding was the problem, man. We fall down and get back up again. That's not the cold Dutch way, that's the mind of a sinner. Gotta be an ox when you come this way. Can't be a chicken, this ain't Mrs. Winter. Gotta be a shrimp, be strong, y'all. Like a distant trip, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm trying to see him on his throne, dawg. What's my purpose? What's my goal? What's my aim in life? Please my maker, get this paper, shoot it straight, my aim is right. Better wake up, better not play, cause he be on us, for you know it. If you a hob, y'all show it. This my chance, name your price, I won't blow it.
Never stress about what I can't change, no. 5'10", no, and this 6'4", no. Never really been the best at none, no. But I gotta love myself up on the league, cause Yahoo made me, Yahoo made me, Yahoo made, Yahoo made me.
Some people don't wanna see change, no. Try to hold you to the same old things, yo. Getting older, but they ways still the same, though. So I had to come out and separate, cause Yahoo made me, Yahoo made me, Yahoo made, Yahoo made me.
Marvelous Jackson.
So brave, the who was two, give them all a break. Put your hands up, hands up. Keep your hands up, brave. Put your hands up, hands up. Keep the who was brave. Yahoo team, won't you kill them all? Keep your hands up, raised. If you know you who was two, then just give them all a break. Now put your hands up, hands up. Keep your hands up, raised. Now put your hands up, hands up. Keep your who was brave. I've been down a lot of years with your hootie click, but time doesn't excuse me from what my duty is. I stay grinding, stay focused, stay minded. I ain't joking, I'm finding what's in your mouth of your what is. And I love it, I a hobby, yes it's changing me. Didn't see a vision, no cause so nobody came to me. Just was sick and tired of my life, was living dangerously. Now his word is plain to me, guess they made a man of me. Look what I became to be, I'm walking the right. This is years of consistency, it wasn't overnight. Had a lot of bumps and bruises, stairs I falling down flights. But you who should hear my wounds and I am grateful for life. I am grateful for life, Kaid that's in this bazaar. So as long as I live, I will give Tahallah to you who will do is Ben Yahusha HaMashiach, the Abba and Shamash. If you feel me, reach for the stars. Yahoo, won't you kill more? Keep your hands up raised. If you know you who will do, then just give them all a praise. Now put your hands up, hands up. Keep your hands up raised. Now put your hands up, hands up. Keep your who will praise. If you know you who will do, put them up, put them up. You have clothes, you have food, get them up, get them up. If you know he's a provider, he's the truth and not a liar. Need him to lead and to guide you. Get him up, get him up. Round two, let's go again. Get it in the booth. Like it's harvest time the year. See, you know how we do. It's required to appear at least twice in a year. Out of town, and if you're near, it's time we show up and prove. It just ain't lip service, gotta put in work every day. I'm not, it's in your stance. It ain't just about what you say. Hey, gotta give up praises to my ruler and maker. To you who will creator. My lifestyle and behavior plus line up with the pages. That's what's written in Qatar. No small talk, this is major. It's about my navage. Keep it real, keep it trill, keep it about 100 stacks. If your hand is to the plow and you don't plan on looking back, Yahoo won't you kill more? Keep your hands up raised. If you know you who will do, then just give them all a praise. Now put your hands up, hands up. Keep your hands up raised. Now put your hands up, hands up. Give you who will pray. Yahoo team, won't you kill more? Keep your hands up raised. If you know you who will do, then just give them all a praise. Now put your hands up, hands up. Keep your hands up raised. Now put your hands up, hands up. Give you who will praise. What the book say? What the book say? What the book say? Wow.
Yeah.
What the book say? Hey. Watch your thoughts come to mind. Won't let them shake me, come to pride. What the book say? Hey. What the book say? Hey. What the book say? Hey. What the book say?
Resist Satan, he got a
the wrong one to try and creep with me on some sneak-ish, on some freak-ish. Who, not me, kid. Cause my calendar already booked up for the weekend. What the book say? If sinners entice me, I won't consent it this, bitch, they won't like me. I can't afford it though, it's a sacrifice. I'd rather pay that price, I can't afford to lose my soul. This is hard liquor, straight, no chaser. Only one attempt to pin it right, no eraser. Can't get a do-over, can't get a do-over, can't get a do-over. Once you move this over, get your law right. As you travel on this highway, avoid left, go straight. Once you made a hard right, watch your thoughts come to mind. Won't let them shake me cause of pride. What the book say, hey, what the book say, hey, what the book say, hey, what the book say.
Resist Satan, he gotta flee.
What the book say,
No other way it's gotta be.
what the book say, hey, 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 what the book say.
It's something in my law, Miss Chalet, I gotta stay. This way I can't depart. Hooked on you, I'm cray. Offenses coming, I can't hide. I will not apply. Step in the arena, lights, camera, action, Broadway. I choose a narrow way, fighting just to stay alive. No apologies, I'm satisfied. You better recognize. Caught up on content, hopes to live all up. But the kind that was preferred before y'all was the none. When correction comes, not grievous, I'm on the scene. Even though I'm hot, can't melt like a Krispy Kreme. Discreet in my actions, avoid offense for gain. Just a character, my love has to make it plain. Has he staying on his watch at the top, working hard like he in a sweatshop, the bar hot. Oh, and shaking your foundation, teaching us the reason scale. I know the gates won't prevail, can't stop till I become an heir.
Watch your thoughts come to mind. Won't let them shake me cause of pride. What the book say, hey, what the book say, hey, what the book say, hey, what the book say.
Resist Satan, he gotta flee.
What the book say,
No other way it's gotta be.
what the book say, hey, 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 what the book say.
salvation. First on my list, first on my list, first on my list, first on my list. Come with the heat, the one that I spit, it come with no whip, we flipping the script, now go on the trip, the house of my all, that way I get fed, rainfall and we get wet, move out and we gon' spread, lay down and we get bread, come on, make it tomorrow, do what I can and give them a rock, or call me a coat, changing my clothes, receiving that gift from my father, my former life I ran with the robber, now I'm a work, putting in hours, living the bird, niggas who left you, who ain't nothing but cowards, I give it my all, the ball controlling my life, you who are the boss, how do I abstain, it be the brain, my nigga, I'm coming up hard. I'm pushing the limit, I got me a witness, my nigga, I'm trying to flaws. I piss off a nigga, I tell him to crack the one who give him a gun. I team up with Rich, we tell you we not the same, the Jew is a fraud. They rabbis put their lips on the penis, they dummies, they not even smart. I'm dropping them hits, making a dip, agree with Yahuwah, he not with the sinner. I get me a crown and I'm finished a deep reward for paying attention. Plenty of ammo, plenty of that. After engaging, walking the shadows, stay on alert, I'm still in the battle, feeling the heat from the barrel. Crossing over, changing the channel, hating America, waiting to travel, see the revenge, now that's an attraction that I wanna see happening. Gotta be perfect, so that you worth it, We running this race, you gotta make sure you live a kudash for certain. He taking no liars, nor the man that denies him. We going to judgment, having a tick for us, we better survive it. Ancient of days, he not gonna change, You know that he paid, look what he ride, it gonna take more than a drink. This way that we walk, we giving Yahuwah the praise, is more than you think. Just hearing the word is never enough, you need to believe in the name. You better be hot, you step on the stage, you getting no love. We pumping your brake, we pulling your plug, get out of my face, nigga, we keeping it straight. Hey, cook it up right, they wiping the plate. Cook it up right, they wiping the plate. Hook it up right, they taking the bait. I'm just winning the game. Hey, do what I do, tell you a story, showing you how I became. The word of Yahuwah got me into a position of avoiding the blame. Cut away from the loser, I'm in motion toward my hoosha. I'm bearing the fruit along with the leaves. A new life, nigga, I'm turning the page. Go, Yahuwah gang.
Who the game somewhere while I benefit the bed. I speak my mind and what they gon' say about it. Got my gun loaded, best believe that I done prayed about it. And now I'm ready to go all the way I prayed about it. You think I'm scared of some white man, ain't worried about it. They say someone did some breezy, ain't heard about it. You niggas just a bunch of skeletons, some nobodies. We strapped up with the Dabberin, we ready for war. We rockin' the boat, you sinners gon' be in here for sure. Tomorrow getting all over like I've been on a tour. That nigga Jesus ain't adding up like 4 minus 4. With the stick I got good aim, I don't miss shells in this mag. What all man is getting serious. The way the niggas acting like they should be having periods. When Master hear this, I already know he gon' be furious. But who gon' stop me? Man, I got my hockey, man, I got my hoosha. Man, don't try nothing stupid. Lights, camera, action, make sure that these niggas rollin'. And y'all who did the campaign, come and put your vote in. Lights, camera, action, lights, camera, action. We at war with these crackers. Them fake Jewish bashing, man, it's time for some action. Yeah, who did we back in? No more playing nigga. It's time for some action. I said lights, camera, action, lights, camera, action. We at war with these crackers. Them fake Jewish bashing, man, it's time for some action. Yeah, who did we back in? No more time for talking. Lights, camera, action, daddy.
Because I got mine, pray my soul go with you. Who the day is my time? Pray my soul go with him. Today is my time. The day is my time. No weapon formed against me shall prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you. Who the day is my time? Pray my soul go with him. Today is my time. The day is my time. The weapons of my warfare not carnal but strong through Allah. He pulling down strongholds like Shamshon with Philistines. Through Yahuwah I'm rich, but they wanna take my wealth. So as I did time before, I gotta go and shake myself. You think his strength came from his head, you only scratch the surface. You see it came through his obedience if you stop and focus. I didn't get this on my own, this ain't no boast to me. Get you an equal, not your eyes and tell me what you see. Yeah, I may tote a pistol, but I got artillery. All
born with the same mind as other Isha Elohim. We all got the same comfort, that comfort kiss the big whatsoever need could cover forward for my learning. Yes, I'm learning that scripture ain't just made for me to quote them, but it got to be inside like DNA, so I'm encoding. So when my youth come to finally stop and take my death, I can hear you who will say, well, I'm soldier, take your rest.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you, who of the day is my time.
My time. Pray my soul go with him, the day is my time. The day is my time.
No weapon formed against me, you prosper. And I ain't talking, I'm really over literal chopping. Nigga, just stop it. Yo, Woody, the dream team. He want me kicked off the roster. That's taking they great dragon. I gotta go kill his monster. Cause me and him, we battling and try and get in my conscience and turn me away from y'all. Let's say his mission accomplished. Cause this time is running short here. And I know we getting more scared. So I fight his demons with obedience and more prayer. Still I keep the sword near, right along with that armor. But I know my weapons are gon' be carnal to win this warfare. They mighty through Yehovah, cause in the end, I look to be with him. A troop way better than Hawaii and Aruba. Imagine you staring down that barrel, right up on your shooter. Delete you using the finger, like he typing on computers. Kill you in cold blood that you die. But in the future, the heritage of his people will rise up to see your shine.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you, who of the day is my time.
Pray my soul go with him, the day is my time. The day is my time.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you, who of the day is my
The day is
time.
my time. Pray my soul go with him, the day is my time. The day is my time. No weapon formed against me shall prosper because I got mine. Pray my soul go with you. I got mine, pray my soul go with you, who of the day is my time. Pray my soul go with him, the day is my time. The day is my time. For the gift.
All right, we here. Y'all all right? All right, too, to see y'all. Yes, sir. It's good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. I seen 3 of my enemies back down, but you know how it is. We keep them lifted up. Ain't that right? I learned from Danny and Antoine not to hold nothing against your enemies. Ain't that right? Just let them keep on going. Otherwise, the truth will come out. Appreciate it. All right, 2 to be alive. Yes, sir. Ain't that right? Yes, right. See, goodness, a lot of them out, ain't it? Goodness, what the hell happened to him? They said the COVID done picked back up. What the hell? A lot of folk missing. They know where they at. Missing whole rows back there. What they doing? Taking a vitamin regimen. Y'all got to stay on that stuff. That's the truth now. Y'all know the wintertime coming up, this stuff will definitely take you down now. I mean, before that, it was critical. It's even worse now with these people because they're going to keep trying to intensify to get people to take the shot. Yep. We got to be smart. These people get ahead of our enemies. Our enemy come to tear us down, just like Yahushua said, the thief coming to steal, to kill, and destroy. Right. But I come that you might have kaya. Ain't that right? More abundantly. That's what we seeking. Ain't that right? Yes, appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for everything he's done, everything he's doing, sparing our kai. You know, one more opportunity to get it right. Cannot afford to go through here and not be right. That's the truth about it. My expectation and your call with everybody is that you've definitely been examining yourself. I know you had no more than you probably usually have, but it's critical that we examine ourselves because make no mistake, the whole thing winding up. That's right. How many of y'all alive today? We'll all be dead tomorrow. Right. No, tomorrow we'll all be dead. See, when you keep it in mindset, then you consider what you're doing today. Right. Tomorrow you're going to die. Right. When tomorrow comes, it'll be today. Right. So you're going to still die tomorrow. Right. So you got opportunity while it's today to make it right. Yes, sir. I know some people that are afraid. Somebody told me, they said, preacher said that. I said, well, I don't used to do it. And preacher said, we all going to be dead tomorrow. That's the truth, though. Isn't that right? We're trying to make it right now. Right. We see how the system and what the system think about it. Yeah. Isn't that right? Cal Rittenhouse, whatever his name, Cal Rittenhouse, whatever. He'll be another white boy going to walk away and get away. And you know, the part that angers me the most between that trial and the Ahmaud Arbery trial is the fact that we're still here. We still don't make decisions Our voice is never being heard. Whenever we say something's not right, we're immediately terrorists and we're against the country. When white people march in and tear up the nation capital with guns, with explosives, with bear spray, with sticks and hoses and build a noose, they just Americans that's just fed up because they felt like the election was stolen. So what are we when we on the street and buildings and cars are burning? When George Floyd been choked out? When Sandra Bland been hung in a jail cell? When Eric Garner was choked out in New York? What are we? Americans fed up. We don't get no. We're Antifa. We're Black Lives Matter terrorists that's against the country. And we hate freedom. That's why we want to breathe, because we hate freedom. See, the only reason people of color fight against the system is because we want to breathe, we want the right and the opportunity to be able to succeed or fail. That's right. We want the same ample opportunity, grace that you give to white Americans. That's right. That's why we're upset and why people protest. So we don't owe white America no explanation. Only thing we need to do is time to leave. If we can't change the system from inside the system, then it's time to leave. There's no need of going back out here with no protest marches or putting up no more signs and banners and putting on your car about your life matter. The reason why you do that is because you don't believe it. I'm not gonna wear a shirt to tell no white man my life matter. Try to take it and I'll show you. Right. You see white people walk around with shirts talking about their life matter. Because they're not trying to prove it to you. They'll defend it. You are wearing the stickers, the badges, and the shirt because you don't believe it. I'm buy a shirt. I'm good looking. I know it. Why you got to put on your shirt? Hold on, you good? I tell you, the last little ounce of strength just died. Don't move now. If she move, I'm done. Because once I get suspended out, ain't no telling where I'm going to go ahead in there. Right? This is an empty pew behind them. But at the end of the day, that's the thing that we have to consider and we got to look at. Why are we still here trying to prove ourselves to people that don't accept us? They don't respect us. You can't win. The system is clearly showing that you see a judge that 4 Kyle Rittenhouse. The boy can't produce a tip. The people that shot Ahmaud Arbery, the whole case become now is why would you charge a man with a gun? Let me see. If I got trapped and they said like a rat and all of y'all got guns, the only chance I got is to attack. If y'all ran me down with a gun, y'all white boys in Brunswick, Georgia, y'all ain't coming to pray. So if y'all trap me down and one of y'all got a gun, you up on me, the only chance I got is to try to take the gun. So for white people to say, well, why would he grab the gun? Why would you get in your car and go after him? It's Kyle Rittenhouse. They shouldn't have grabbed the gun. This is a 17-year-old minor that crossed state line. This is when the country show you what they think about you. First of all, before they even prosecute him on the murder, the feds already supposed to charge him. You go let any one of these kids get a gun underage and go shoot somebody across state line. They got federal charges. Those are federal. They're going to charge them with it. They're just waiting after the trial at that point. When they get through, you know who they said made them do it? Black Lives Matter. I'm for if we can't change the system from inside the system, then we have to better the system. We need enough of us inside the system to change the dynamics. This ain't enough. One black attorney general. One black secretary of state. You need a black secretary of state, then you need people under him with position. You need people over him with position to bag legislation or whatever he pulls when he starts to deem something to be against or in favor of the law. When you let one person sit in and you got one person with a voice and you got 50 adversaries, you ain't gonna win that. Because when the president make a decision, he can have to do an executive order, but a lot of times that gets tacky for him. So then you got the Senate or the Congress to back him, to block him. So this whole thing of what we are fighting here, folks, the first thing and the most critical thing for us is our salvation. And when you live here and you sit here and you watch this for as many years as we have, and we haven't been a proponent for it, we've been the opponents of it. And proponent before, we've been the opponents. They've been against us. That's why I'm an advocate, and I tell you all the time about what we have to do in strategizing, working together, building our money. White people only understand a couple of things. That's violence and economics. That's just the truth. Why you think they got military? Why you think they continually use them? When China goes out into the water, they call it the China Sea. I would like to go fight China for being in the China Sea and be able to explain that to be justified. How do you explain that? That you're in China, in the China Sea, fighting China about being in the China Sea, and you right. Only white people. Only white people can do that. You could be in the right place, have the right name, and you still gonna be wrong. It's time for us, if we can't change the system from within, to abandon the system. Now, I'll say this, to be fair. I don't think we've had the right people inside the system to try to be a proponent for us in order to change the system. The people we've all been given are people that the system have reared. Obama has been reared by the system. Condoleezza Rice, they're reared by the system. Colin Powell was reared by the system. So these haven't been people that came in to actually make real changes or push for legislation when things been against the Colin. Wow, I'm going up louder. So Colin Powell, and they had a book written how he used to clean the dog poop up while he was in the White House. Now I would say he this great revered man or whatever. This is the problem I have. Your own integrity don't tell you don't clean up somebody's dog poop. The fact you'll look at me on the only black man here, you'll ask me to clean your dog poop up. I'll tear that place up. That's right. It's the fact that you'll demean me like that. Yeah. I've been the highest ranking military service person you had. I've been over the military. Joint Chief of Staff, he's been the highest you've been. He's been secretary, and you ask that man to clean up your dog poop? But that shows you it does not matter what you wear. It does not matter how you serve or what you do. They'll still disrespect you. What about those police officers in Virginia that beat up the lieutenant, just graduated from the academy, lieutenant? They was like, what you up, boss? A private? He's like, no, I'm a lieutenant. Still didn't stop him. Rank didn't stop. They thought a private, okay, he a private. They'll figure he all base drunk, got out of the way belligerent, but then he said he was a lieutenant. They're like, oh, now we're playing with an officer. You seen the military come out defending? The military done told him what to do. That's why you won't see him write no book. They let him know. The military handle their own. A boy. I know, you know how to tell them. The military look at it. We don't need that. Ended. We're done with it. Keep moving. That's over with. Done. You serving the military. You property of the government. Keep moving. See, these people don't have integrity. The fact, I look at that. You the military. You saw me being dragged out and sprayed. Y'all niggas should have been here with tanks and guns. Yeah. We're in Virginia. Ain't nothing but ship. This Navy haven up here. Y'all should have heard so many ships going off and cannons going off. Like, this is 1 hour being thrown in America that he's defending. But that's what they think about you. So I say all that to say, who cares about us? So we got to care about ourselves. First thing you got to do is care about yourself. That's it. The bigger problem we got is trying to prove to other people how important we are, what we've contributed, and what America owes us. Right. Don't we know how valuable we are? That's right. Don't we know what we contributed? He showed it to us in history. We got a long history of things we've done that hadn't been recorded by paper. But we know what we've done because otherwise they play wouldn't even been here. Had been at least 70 countries. If it weren't for the Yahudim, Yahuwah would have been blowed that place away. The only reason America stands more persistent about the will of Elohim and us fulfilling that will. Making sure that we're complete with this whole thing. It don't matter whether you're well or sick, you're going to die. It don't make no difference whether you're rich or poor, you're going to die. It don't make no difference you happy or sad, married or single, whether you got children or not, you're going to moot. Yeah. So the only thing we got is to make sure we got right with him. Yes, sir. Y'all got it. We can only do so much here. It doesn't make sense. I mean, what I told you we could do, getting inside the system, change the system, we can only do what we can do till we leave the system. It's not going to work. We're going to have to abort the system. It's not designed for us. It doesn't make sense. Any argument we have with somebody white is not going to be a productive argument when they don't see things the way we see it. When the argument you'll give from somebody white, I'm going to say, let me talk to you, boy. That's an offensive word. Yeah. It's offensive to who? Yes. Us, people, black. But let me ask you, you ever been in slavery? Have you ever been a slave? Was your mama a slave? Well, why are you offended? See, that's their argument. They don't realize you suffer from the repercussion of the people that were called boy. So you grew up and you come reared from a people that suffered, you know what I'm saying, the belligerent behavior of people that call you boy. You didn't just get called boy, you got treated boy. You got arrested boy, you got beaten boy. So when you get us and you say, look here, boy, and you want to know what's your problem? Were you a slave? Were you in slavery? I don't understand what your problem is because you're white. And because you're white, you don't view things the way we see it. Y'all got it? We consistently are people that's ridiculed or mocked every day. Like looking at them trials, it makes no sense that that building even sitting there. That's right. The fact that a defense attorney can get up and declare to a judge that he wants no more black preachers there. Right. He said he don't want any. He said it's equivalent to having the Ku Klux Klan sit there with their robes on and their caps. Even the judge, he said, But guess what he did? He didn't say out of order. He didn't shut it down. He didn't tongue lash him. Because at the end of the day, he already know what it is. I can't fight these boys. These boys got me sitting here. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all actually think they flip a coin and put a white ball on that stand when you got a major case on TV? These guys are hand-picked. These guys are hand-picked. The guy for the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, he already had cases overturned. He had a lady that was found guilty one time of stealing. He made her go back to all the stores and tell everybody she was a thief. A judge overturned it. Told him, you ain't got no right to do that. You know it's bad when another white boy got to come and tell you. They had her to go back to the store and tell everybody she was a thief. Because guess what? He is an old, decrepit white man. Well, I told you, old white men dangerous for us. Anytime you see an old white man, you dealing with a person with the OV. What was our problem with our parents? Dan, you grew up with an older father. What was your problem when he made decrees about you not doing stuff? There you go. That's what you feel. That same thing I felt like my dad. The stuff he said, I was like, because he old. The way he saw things ain't the way I see it. What's the difference with these white folks? This man had grown up. Guess what? This man sitting on the bench. Do y'all know when this man was living? Doing segregation. Yep. This man lived in this era in time. Yep. This man operated in time as a white man. Yep. With no rules against him, all rules enforced for him. Yep. So when he sits on the bench and he sees someone that killed somebody, 3 people, even though they were white, don't y'all know a white person that'll support us is just as bad as one of us? Because they feel like you agitate the problem. You should be with us. You should be defending our right to kill them and shoot them at will. Who cares about the law? The law is only used when it's good for them. Let me tell you something. When it comes to a jury has the option. They can rule by law or they can rule by their own opinion. How y'all think they've always picked these all-white juries? Because it ain't about law. Sometimes law ain't got nothing to do with it. Just like they'll tell you with Kyle Rittenhouse. Y'all don't hear them argue about him being 17 with a gun. They ain't even got no charges for that. Him crossing the state, that's a federal offense.
Yes, sir.
Federal.
Yes, sir.
You know why? That's not part of the case. They're trying the fact that he shot some people, and they're saying it's self-defense.
Right.
See, self-defense is rule. This is what you're going to look at the jury. What did Kyle Rittenhouse say? You beat Kyle Rittenhouse with a gun and somebody trying to take the gun from you. Then you'll see it as self-defense. Because that means you will have the same oblivious mind. That means you'll be the same stupid person. That means you'll have the same white views as them. You're going to help and assist people with an AR-15 to clean the side of buildings off and give medical care to people out here and put fires out. Put them out in Chicago. You telling me the police don't need protection in Chicago? He's from Chicago. Chicago police don't need defending. Chicago don't need fires put out. He went there because there was a Facebook call for white people to stand up against black people who were defending their right to exist.
Yep. That's it.
That's what the whole case is about.
Yes, sir.
It ain't about what you thinking. Those 3 white people are casual. Had he been a black man shot them, this case would have been over with.
Oh,
He'd have had 15 life sentences.
Yep.
He'd have had every charge with.
Yep.
He'd have been charged. He should be, when he get through, he still need to be charged in Chicago.
Yep.
The person who sold him the gun should be charged. First of all, you sold a gun to a minor. You gave the gun to the minor and bullets. Second of all, you transported a minor over state lines in order to commit a crime. All of these are crimes. But none of these are being brought up out here. This is why you cannot afford to allow your kid to keep sitting in these government-funded schools, keep sitting around with people with these dumb ideologies, because it's not helping you and your people and your cause. You got to listen. There are certain foods that feed our melon. There are certain foods that feed your intelligence. The stuff they giving you don't do it, baby. It don't work. Hot flaming Cheetos don't fuel nigga minds. I know y'all love it. Now laters ain't fuel for niggas' minds. Get it out of 100 buns. I'm just being honest. It's not fuel for proper thinking for the so-called Negro in this condition. If you were hurt, healing from something, don't you know if you had cancer, there are certain foods they'll tell you to just stay away from because it will feed the disease? Don't you know what they're feeding, what they're putting in our neighborhoods is not feeding our problem, it's more inducing the problem? Yeah. Notice in our neighborhood, how many wing stands do we have? I'm just betting with y'all. We got to cut them back. I know it's going to hurt some of y'all. We got to. Because it ain't feeding our intelligence. Okay. All right. Let me tell you something. Look at the health. Look at the thinking pattern. Look at the financial status of our people that go to these places. It's too many of us broke. There's too many of us hurting to keep staying in these places. I'm just being honest. Let me tell you what white people do. We came down here years ago. Man, my family down here before all y'all came down here. So more of us had moved in. We came down, a lot of these places to the high school, these places all had to help fund that school. They had to give money and support that school. That was the only way that was going to happen. They were going to let you, if you were going to sell food, if you were going to do anything, you were going to have to give money to that school to patronize that school, because those people go here and their kids go here and they buy from you, so you're going to give something back. White people will demand it. You demand nothing. They sell you cigarettes, they sell you cigarillos, they sell you 40 ounces, they sell you 12 and 16 ounces, they sell you Lucy's. Y'all get what I'm saying? They sell you hot pickles, they sell you pig feet, and they give you nothing back. Nobody funds you. Nobody funds you. I'm just being honest. Now, you can't get mad at, no, I ain't getting mad at nobody white, I'm mad with us. Why don't we demand that you fund us if we spend money with you? Go to Wing Stand and tell these people give us money for how many of our people go there and buy them. Go there, you know what? You already know they're going to tell you. Go there with your white skin and tell them. Let that white church down there go down there and tell them that their members come here and they frequent this place. And they need Wingstop to start giving something back. And why Wingstop start cutting the check and put a sign and let you know we support. We pray, we believe. See, you're not demanding about your cause. Come by for a second. Hey, wow. If you would be so kind, could you ask me to stop hitting you? Well, he's talking. Why I'm gonna stop? What force he got to stop me? He get a gun. He start pushing back. Oh, this serious. You don't want me to touch you now. Oh, you must be one of them Black Lives Matter people. Why else would he kick up about me touching him and want to get violent? You see what I'm saying? Long as you talk, nobody gonna respect. It's good. You did good. Oh, you don't mess up for long. How you let Boss? I'm gonna change your name. I was sitting at home. I said, don't do it, Kasha. Kasha, that name has a ritual. It's seasoned. That name is, it's you. It's like the power of Kasha. I respect Kasha. It means so. You walk up, you say, how you doing, man? What's your name? Hashi Kashi. Cam just, no, Cam, y'all should have seen it. There's power in that name. They got more power than Jesus. What they fight, Boss? You ain't fighting Jesus? Ain't that right? Kasha got more power than Jesus. Now you got to fight for him, ain't it? Boss ain't gonna fool with it now. That's all right. But I say that because we deserve better. We deserve better, but you got to think about yourself first. You got to care about yourself. You got to be willing to establish for yourself. That's the only way other people going to help you. Nobody going to help you when you ain't helping yourself. I saw a video today on the news. They were talking about helping these homeless people sitting outside. These people doing all this stuff. You know why people don't help homeless people outside? Because you show signs of people that give up. So why am I waste time? Right. People, how you view people that live outside, you already gave up. So why am I investing my money in you? People are willing to help people they see the investment come back. I'm just being honest. People have to see the investment come back. You know why white people don't want to help you? Because they know you ain't going to give it back to them. Not when you recover and know who you are. Yep. They ain't stupid. They invest in people who are going to get their money back. What y'all think? That's business. Why would you give it back? If you building up yourself. Why would I give it back? No more than your Cole gave back his stuff. Right. When your Cole said, man, I don't need none of this stuff. Y'all crackers can have it. Listen, my wife, my kids, my oxen, my sheep, everything, I'm taking them with me. He looked at his mind. You gave it to later. And what did they come back and they say later? Here's our king, his brother-in-law. What they came, they said, all our Abba had. That's Jacob done took it. That's the feel white people got to use. That they give you something, you're going to take it. And they need to know I'm going to take it. That's right. Isn't that right? Like believing them said, I'm going to take it. I'm taking over everything, and I'm going to pay my tithes and offering. See, we got to, this is what's bad. Jimmy Carter Southern Democrat president from Georgia, White Plains, Georgia. He was a member of a church right here downtown Atlanta. Y'all know his pastor went public and told him, no niggas coming to that church. They interviewed Jimmy Carter about it. Jimmy Carter went on to church. Most of them know, y'all don't remember that, do you, mother? You don't remember that, do it? Oh, yeah. Y'all look it up for him. I ain't just making it up. This ain't nothing new. Jimmy Carter, folks love Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter one got rid of outhouses. If it wasn't for Jimmy Carter passing that letter, he did it for poor white people. See, how many of y'all ain't never used no outhouse? Ain't never been in one. Child, I don't use that thing so much, man. That thing, it can almost be better than the toilet. When you don't know about a toilet. That's the only way now when you don't know about it. Because you ain't got to go in there and scrub nothing out in the bottom. You just wipe off if you got something on the wood. I'm telling them, ain't it right? Every now and then when they get full, you got to come shoving. You got to move that stuff out. The dogs don't eat enough of the tissue pile up. They know about it. Tell them yellow jacket, listen, young, when you messing, you got to be looking through that hole. Something coming to get you. So Jimmy Carter got rid of those. That's a law and made it illegal to have the outhouse. That's why your dad had to move out the house he had. Did you know that, sweetie? Yeah, he had to move. He had an outhouse. Jimmy Carter made if you couldn't get inside plumbing, you couldn't get a toilet inside, you had to get rid of them. So he did do something good, but he was also a member of a church of known racists. Now, you know, they never got rid of him, nor did they diminish his presidency. You know what we do if we want to do something to get position? First thing we do is try to separate ourselves from our religion. You're not a member of one of them like Black Lives Matter group. What's wrong with them? You're not a member of the Klan. No, so why would you come to me as though that would be, why is it offensive to say your life matter? That's scary, that ain't scary to you? That is a terrorist statement? That ain't scary, I can tell you. Who's black? Well, they quote unquote we black. Are we living? Yeah. Do we matter? Yes, sir. Yeah. That's what the terminology means. Black lives matter. Don't just take them. That's a terrorist statement. Only people say that the people that hate this country. Who sold us that? How did you convince me, Lee, in saying that my life matter? That's a terrorist statement. I hate the country. Listen, nobody done more for this country than us. Right. Because you wear a flag and stand up at a parade or march or put your hand in your chair, that don't mean you love this country. Nope. Right. That don't mean you love this country. We've supported it. We sold the drugs for this country. Yep. We stole for this country so the insurance company, so they can go get the money for the insurance company. We burned these buildings down so a lot of these companies, when they existed, wouldn't have been from the marches. Because they were able to go and file claims and get more money than what was actually that was damaged. And a lot of them was already in the red in the first place. They weren't in the black. Right. So now they was able to go get government grants and loans on top of the burning of the buildings. Yeah. So they need niggas. Yeah. Wow. You got a Burger King, you got a McDonald's in our neighborhood, and they got 99-cent cheeseburger. What's the number one? What's the burger selling? What they selling? Fish fillet first? What they selling? Big Macs, quarter pounder, majority? What they selling? 99. How many niggas it take to sell 99 cheeseburger to pay for that bill and pay for the light and pay them employees and a manager? How many niggas does it take to buy cheeseburgers to pay the bills and pay the salary? So when them buildings burn, thank you. Thank you. They ain't sold enough. Okay? Stop letting people make a fool out you and make you feel bad. We don't have to make no excuse for what. It ain't, again, I say, it ain't every white person. It's just the bad ideology that they're being sold at the same time that they should be in fear of us because we're going to take it. If we get job, police officers, we move in the sheriff department, we move up in the GBI, we move in the FBI further, they trying to take over. That's what we've been saying when you had all of the jobs. Not that you were trying, you had taken over. And all we're saying is let us operate in part of the authority. Let us have a voice to make sure there is a fair playing field for us in our future, which are our children. See, when we come here, it's to strategize. We got to educate and we got to strategize on how we're going to go out and make a difference. Just sitting here talking and we not doing nothing is the same thing everybody doing, walking around with a sign. I told you, all they need to do is bring me their best civil rights advocate, proponent, and marshal, and I'm going to prove right there in their face, national TV, you ain't done nothing. Because you had, we wouldn't still be talking about it. Brother, the struggle, stop lying. Let me tell you why. They'll never fix it because too many people are employed through the struggle. See, when they talk about the Jesse Jackson, all these people, they help fund these people. They allow these people to come and tell them lies that they control the Jamal Bryants and different. They let them tell them the lie that they control or that they got their ear on the ground and they talking to these bastards ain't talking to us. These bastards raping our women. These bastards having sex with our kids. These bastards not no speakers for us. PK Boone ran them straight out of Baltimore. Let them know don't come back. Y'all seen the video. I told them they told them don't show your face back up here. They told these people on the ground would tell these people hurt you. Because they go here and they fund the money from corporation, from white government entity, telling them that they can stop us, that they got us under control. They don't speak for us. We don't march to the beat of their drum either. This ain't different strokes. It's time for us to be advocates for ourselves. We're going to have to build ourselves. We're going to establish ourselves. And we got to educate ourselves. We got to medicate. We got to start making better decisions. That's just being honest. All these stores that we spend money, we eat on, we got to challenge them. What you doing for our community? Y'all know some white people go do that. We're the only people that know. We'll Golden Crest. They'll know you. See, let me ask you something. What are y'all doing for our community? We selling, now everybody around here selling something. What you putting back? That's what we putting back. We putting the truth out here. We helping establish our people. We make sure none of our people ain't on the street, ain't the murder or robber one of y'all out here. What you doing beside oxtail plate and curry goat and escovitch fish? That's just being honest. These people spend their money aside, they need to be spending it with us. We got to learn how to make our dollar revolve with them. Just same thing with Winston. All these people. Talk over everyone. All these places we go to. This is it. Everyone. We spend thousands and thousands of dollars with these people. Now, what are you putting back in our community? We got to tell a lot of these places are black owned, but if you don't require it better, why would somebody give you better? You never asked. No, I ain't gonna go run them down. Oh, them niggas. Did we ever ask them? No. Then we have to start looking at, do you want things to be better? You can increase your business if you put more into your people. Because when the word gets out that you're supporting your people in your neighborhood, people are going to come that go along with people that support their neighborhood. Then we'll get other people say, hey, how they getting all them patrons? You know, they give money back. Well, we got to start giving some back too. I want business. Now you start working towards your existence. You living now. The problem you got to get is you got to keep living. You got to have a plan to do that. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. All right, I'm going to get out the way. I can't be up here too long. Mama got me back down. All right, we'll get ready to sign the Cartosa Rod and we try to get out the way. They thought old Smith was in the grave. Ooh, that's an ugly handwriting. Look at him. Whoa. That's all right. I don't feel. All right. Most High, Kudashaba, in the Shem of Yahushua and Yahushua HaMashiach, Hadu, for all you done and granted unto us, for sparing our Kai, for your Alam Dabarim, for the Rikam that you showed upon us, and the Kasid, which is the favor, for granting us an opportunity to be able to seek you with all, asking you to blot out all of our kata, all of our ma'al, which are our transgression, our sins, asking you to establish us that we might be a new creature, that old things might truly be passed away and all things might be new and they might be of you. We seek you for reconciliation, for all the things we've done, we thought, the ideas we practiced. We ask you to unite us and bring us under the oneness that you've established for those that are Habia. We say, Hadu, for just giving us an opportunity to be an arm today, to be your strength, to be the chosen of those of whom you look to, Yasha, which is to deliver and to save. Without you, we can do nothing. Those watching in, those that desire to seek you, that we commit to you in Palau, that seek you with all, that support your Damarim, baraka them in that will. And ask you to continue to be a healer to those that are out there, that are watching in, that you'll grant them and establish them, that you'll keep them, that you'll let them know that they are hard and that you see all, you know all, and that you have the power and the authority to heal all. And as we search us and see if there be any Rasha Darak, evil ways, cast it from us and lead us in the Arak, way of life everlasting. Let the debar of our paw, which are the words of our mouth, let the meditation of our laws, which is of our hearts, be accepted in your sight. And we ask that you take full control, that you get the tahalim, the praises, the kabod, the glory, and the kabod, the honor, in the Shem, which is the name of Yahushua, Yahushua HaMashiach. Let us all say, Amen. All right. Here we are. All right. Woo. That's a nice little oven y'all got running. What y'all baking cookies? Goodness. Man, they're gonna put you out of business with this oven. Y'all know where we starting at, right?
Yes, sir.
Why we starting here?
Base.
Got to have a foundation. How you gonna build without a foundation? Isn't that right? All right, let's see. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. They said they got my hub around. What my? I thought I had to get in that time around again. Right here, be like Professor X. I'm gonna cut my hair bald head. I'm gonna need Rogue. Isn't that right? Get all of them together right here like Professor X. Y'all, how many of y'all watch X-Men? Oh, yeah. That thing did kind of hurt. I ain't no fan, but I ain't cry. I'm a man now. Man, when he died though, that thing was like, man. I was all man though when I watched it. How many of y'all were all man too? How many of y'all weren't expecting him to die? I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting them. That did something different. All right, we're gonna look at this. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. All right, listen to the
For
book.
whatever Nikatab before.
For whatever was written before,
Nikatab for our Lamed.
it was written to show us. That's
That-
important when we talked about showing. You had that, I mean, y'all remember they had visual arts, visual language, so you can actually see. That's what we go back and through there. You can actually visualize when we're reading. So that through
Endurance
not giving way,
and Nakum of
consolation,
the Ketubim
what happened?
might have Tikva.
That's two. Let's look at, say that's 2 Corinthians. Let's see how they go. Y'all know ain't got no manuscript never wrote up. Say that's 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1. We'll read down. I want a whole lot of it, just enough of it. Romans chapter 15, 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1. I don't know why I said Romans 15. I had to go with that for some reason. All right, let's see. 1 Corinthians 15 and 2 Corinthians 15, 5 and 1, I'm sorry. Listen.
For we know that if our Arat's bet of this Mashakan were dissolved, we have a building of Elohim, and bet not made with hands.
For we know that if our tent of the bed, which is on the land, on the Arats, is torn down, we have a building from Elohim, a bed which is not made of hands, and it continues along in Shamayim. Okay. We'll say. For
In this we groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our bet, which is from Shamayim.
okay. Let's say.
If so be that being clothed we shall not be found naked.
After we're being clothed, we should not be found naked.
For we that are in this Mashakan do groan, being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up of Kai.
Okay. Listen.
Now he that hath wrought us for the selfsame thing is Elohim, who also hath given unto us the earnest of the Ruach.
Okay.
Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the Basar, we are absent from Yahuwah.
All time knowing that all the more that our seat in the body we are distant from the Adon. While we're large inside the body, that we are distant from Elohim. Okay, let's see.
For we halak by Amunah, not by
This not, hold on. That's saying we walk by faith and not by sight.
Yes, sir.
Verse 8. But we
Oh,
are
I'm sorry,
confident.
that was 7.
Oh, verse 7. Did we pass 7? Did we miss that? They read that. Okay. Okay. For we walk by Amanah and not by seeing eyes. That's what I'm trying to put that together. So we walk by Amunah and not by seeing eyes. We talked about that Amunah is the building up of the support of. Y'all got it? Mm-hmm. So now with hearing that, how do we correlate that? How many people are actually to that state or to that point, and none of us, we aren't, and we should be, to the fact that we actually walk by the confidence of the Amunah, which is the building up and the support of, versus what we literally see. I'm a person, I don't like something, I move quick to address it because of sight, because of rationale or how I rationalize things, versus having the confidence of waiting to see what's the outcome and the reasoning or why. A lot of times we're quick to try to fix things or change things without actually seeing. You just want to ride it. Just bring it on here. Just come park it on here just in case I want to ride. That's tight. That made absolutely no sense. Well, let's turn around. That's good. I'll cut it back on. I get on now. Woo! Gotta have one in every one of these places, ain't it? So, I mean, in saying that, in order to fix our problem, the first thing is to admit we have a problem. Let's just be honest. We admit we have a problem. Going back, looking at just like with everything we see today happening, we kind of war in between two things. We war in between the flesh and we war in between the word. They're both going to war against one another. One is understanding his will and kind of understanding how we got to this place. Is important for us because sometimes in our fight and in our plight to try to change our situation, we could sometimes wind up fighting against the will. And it is. A lot of times we will find ourselves sometimes, whether consciously or not, we could be fighting against the will of. When Yasharal had to go into captivity, Yasharal was not going. They were not going, not without fight. But what was the will? Elohim. So you can see where sometimes because of the flesh, the basar, and because of the ideals that we kind of contemplate or we conjure, when the will or the ideal of Elohim comes about, a lot of times we'll find ourselves fighting that. Y'all got it? Because the flesh might say, well, you ain't no punk, you ain't no boy, you ain't gonna let nobody chump you, ain't gonna let nobody do this to you. But then we have to start looking at what's the will of Elohim. So what we're looking at when we come here, even Islam look at what they call Islam is total submission. And that's why they'll try to prove, a lot of times people have arguments and they'll say like people weren't, they'll say Abraham was Islam, Dawood was Islam, everybody, and they're so meaning of Islam just mean total submission, okay? That's something we all have to comply with, total submission. And we come into total submission, then you're not in control of yourself. We understand, anybody understand it should be us from slavery. From every captivity we've been in, we were never in control. We've always had total submission. Whenever we came in, we had to give honor to whoever the ruler was. They wanted us to acknowledge their gods. They wanted us to acknowledge whoever they set in position. We had the same thing under Hadassah. Remember when it came down to Mordecai, who they'll call Mordecai. They wanted everybody to submit and come under and acknowledge the man, didn't they? But Mordecai wouldn't do it. He said, I'm not bowing. Now, there's a purpose. Now, it was not without some fight back. It won't be without some loss of life when you take these stands that we take, but we want to make sure more than anything, we don't do something that puts us outside the will of Elohim. That's right. Sometimes what we'll look at it, we're doing the will of Elohim, then nothing should happen to us. You're doing the will of Elohim, things are going to happen to you. Yahushua did not die because of nothing. He died because he did the will of Elohim. So that's something you have to be accepted of. You can't do the will of Elohim and not suffer something. It's impossible. I'm gonna do the best I can to make sure I do everything Elohim tell me, make sure that everything he tell me to do, I'm gonna comply to him, obey it, and you're going to suffer for it. You're gonna suffer for it. And that's something that we all have to come to grips with, that people don't. Most of the time, what we'll wind up failing at when it's time to be tested on suffering. That's what we'll fail at. When we're put in a situation, sometimes we don't wait to see what the outcome is. So we'll tend to try to fight or try to change before we actually allow him to operate. Y'all got it? And I guess that kind of struck me with just looking at that, just being honest. I can admit it, for we walk by amanah and not by seeing. That's not the truth for me. I'll be telling a lie. A lot of times we're walking, I'm gonna make sure I can see. I gotta be able to see my way. I need to know before I do it. And that's a part of us that we have to come in and we have to acknowledge if we're gonna fix it. Because sometimes self can hurt us. Now, his statement was that they walk by amanah and not by sight. Is that the truth? Anybody else who does that? People are lying. You take it in the church and ask them, they'll jump up and tell you they do it, and they know they lying. The first thing it is to be truthful with yourself, but this is where we're trying to get. But then you got to look at what did he know before he got here? What did he know before he got here about walking by amanah? Let's see something. Why would he be so accepted to go by amanah and not by sight? Verse 1. For
we know that if our
we have no idea
we know
that
if our Arot's bed of this Mashakon were dissolved, we have a building of Elohim, and Beth not made with hands, Olam in the Shamayim.
And it continues forever in the Shamayim. So when you got that kind of confidence, then what do you care? Let me pause for a second. What do you care if I do that to you? Look what you know. You know that if that tent or the house is torn down, you have another building from Elohim, a house which is not made of hands, and it continues forever in the Shamayim. So how quick is he gonna be able to fight? How quick he gonna be willing to fight about that? Man, I'm hitting on me, man. Why are you putting your hand on me doing that? He'll do that when he feel like that's all he got. When he don't know he have something better. Y'all got what I'm saying? That's what we gotta be. That's good. That's what we're trying to actually, we don't want to be readers or something saying we're not there. That's what we got to be. That's where you got to get to. This is the information we got to know. So when things come up, we have to be able to sit down and decide, I got to make sure it's the will of Elohim. Let's look at something. Let's see Barashit, called Genesis. See if that's 11 and 1, 12 and 1. Let me see. Barashit. Sheep. Let's say about 12 and 1. 10, 11. Might be 11, I'm saying. Okay. 12 and 1. Barashit, they call Genesis. All right, listen.
Now Yahuwah said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy Abba Beth, unto an Arotz that I will shew thee.
How's he walking?
Amunah.
By sight. How was he walking? Goodness. Y'all let me shake out for real. What did I just read? Amunah. Why y'all let me shake out? They said, oh, goodness, Bruce said sight. It was sight, the sight of Elohim. Let's see what he did. Look. Let's see what happened. Verse 2. Show it to me. Let me see it. And I see it and get everything up and running. Like the boom, boom room. I sure like to see that thing, boy, when they get up and running. And
I will make thee a great GUI, and I will barak thee, and make thy Shem great, and thou shalt be a baraka.
Let's see what he said.
And I will barak them that barak thee, and all him that all are thee, and in
all
thee.
are for curse. Hold on, stop. Curse. What do you use for curse here? Curse. Okay. Or for curse, you shall curse. Okay. Let's say for. Oh. Our. Okay. Which is this for curse? Curse says plural. Don't worry about it. We'll come back. Save, but find it though. We'll get back to it. Come on, verse 4.
We're still at 3.
Still at 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And all are him that all are thee, and in thee shall all the mishpachah of the Arats be Baraka.
Through you. Let's see. Hold on.
So Abram departed as Yahuwah had spoken unto him, and Lut went with him, and Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran.
So was he considering his age and his body? He considered the will. That's what we got to be. Consider the will. That was more important. He could have looked at 75. He ain't no young man. He ain't like, teenager. Although you would be when people live at 900 some years
Right.
old. You know what I'm saying? You're a whippersnapper.
That's right.
Boy, you just came out the womb a few minutes ago.
That's right.
What you gonna say to a nigga 910 years old?
That's right.
Talking about you got an ache. There, boy, you don't know what a pain is. Shut your mouth.
That's right.
But you consider the fact that when he heard it, so there was a couple of things you got to look at. He had to consider, and I have to consider, what did he know about Abraham? What did he know about Elohim?
Had a history.
You have to have some type of knowledge, and then you have to have some kind of some type of knowledge about to be accepted of what he's saying he's going. I'm doing a lot of stuff through you. All Goyim gonna be Baraka. That's all makes sense because we're going to follow the same trait. There's some people that get sickle cell traits, and it'll be because it's in their bloodline. It's been passed down. Well, we got some through Abraham, through his trait. The fact that he demonstrated one of the strongest factors of Amunah. Elohim established that and said, that's, and Shaul, they tell her, that's how we walk. The mere fact that he told him to get out and you're going somewhere you've never been before. You're leaving a comfort zone. You're leaving a house that's going to deplete, it's going to fall, it's coming down. And his confidence had to be that Elohim had something better and that was more enduring. Why would you move me from one place unless it's going to be for my benefit, even from captivity? It would have to be for my confidence, because if whatever was written before was written for our, to teach us something. So even when we're suffering, when we're going through, we're afflicted, we should be learning something. Even when we're in captivity, we should be learning something. And it should be increasing our understanding about Elohim and his work. It's hard to walk in something when you lean more to yourself. Even the book told about not leaning to. He didn't tell you not to understand it to your own. What you contemplate. I was just thinking about something myself. Don't lean to it. I wouldn't put a whole lot on that. Something you just came up on yourself. Because in all your Diraq, what are you supposed to do? And what is he supposed to do? You see how important all that works out, and then we start looking at how we're supposed to walk. Y'all got it. So now we're really understanding how we're supposed to walk, meaning we can't put so much into ourselves till sometime we do, and it hurts so when it comes down to performing and doing it well. I just been with y'all. When coming into the knowledge of what we come from, Christianity, from Jesus, y'all have gotten too lax. We gotten too lax. Y'all dragging, got excitement, you don't care how you dress, what you look like. All that gonna change though. All that gonna change. Cause he set up for Aharon, he told him he wanted him to make him his clothing. He told him make it for beauty.
Yeah.
And for honor.
That's right.
And the book can tell you that every one of you supposed to know how to possess your body.
That's right.
Every one of you supposed to know how to possess your body. You ain't gonna believe how you're supposed to do it. And that's right.
Yep.
Kudash and in honor.
That's right.
Not in the lust of concupiscence, even as the Goyim, the other nation that don't know Elohim. A lot of things we do it like we like the people that don't know Elohim.
That's right.
The knowledge of what we had didn't give us a liberty to get away from something. It actually connected us to something. Y'all got it. So when he set Aharon up, it was for beauty. Why would it not be? Christian people beat us out on a lot of ends on it. On Sunday, they holler Sunday best. Mm-hmm. Sunday you wear your best. Well, you know, as ignorant as it is about the belief of Jesus and the worship of Sunday, certain things people didn't get away from. That when we did something, it was for beauty and it was for honor. You see some people dress, you say they must be somebody. Mm-hmm. That person something about what they drive it because they said they want to look good and they want to ride. They want people to see them and say this is a person to be respected.
That's right.
Well, that's how Elohim wanted his stuff to be. And now we got so comfortable and so lax, it ain't just the clothes, it's the behavior that goes with it. Because now we don't put the time in to make sure we're actually persevering to achieve to become the person he wants to be. And sometimes the people you with can hurt you from advancing. That's what he looked at with Abraham people. He got him out. Now we started with that if this house or this tent, if it would dissolve, we have another one. Now, he got Abraham from his father them house for a reason, because of their ideology, because of the things that they were doing. Laban was a part of that. Laban was related to him. That's why his daughter them took his gods. They had been Abraham family, they had been a worshiper of other gods. And you know what was happening? That place was dissolving. It was time for Abraham to go. Y'all got it. And when he left, he did not walk off. Isn't that right? He didn't go with his own knowledge. He went with the knowledge of Elohim. I'm trusted, I'm dependent. And a lot of times it takes us to be in certain situations so you'll learn to trust. Anywhere you know, you can go. Because you've been there, right? Yes, somewhere you don't know. Somewhere you ain't been. How you go? Wide slap on? Caution. Because I ain't never been here before. I want to make sure I don't make the wrong turn on, go the wrong way. That's how we need to be when they come out in this servitude. We're going where we ain't never been before. We learned some words, but the people who knew them better than we did, they faltered. Yeah. So you learn how to say coon for get up. You learn how to say tube for good. You learn how to say a heart for love. They did too. They never knew. They never said love. Never said get up. All the words that you saying, they never said. They said the words you trying to learn how to say. And they failed. That's right. So is it those words that going to fix, or is it the relationship and what you got to demonstrate? That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Now, after Abraham heard that, Abraham got up and left. He got up and he left, and Elohim led him. Not by his own ability. Even when Musa brought us out of Mitzrayim, he had to ask his brother-in-law to show him the way. He asked his brother-in-law, what was it be? Be my eyes. So how were they walking? Not by sight. Not by sight, by amunah. Because they knew, and we don't know the way. Isn't that right? Let's look at something. 14:1, Yukonon, they call John. That sure is a nice chill. Thank you for that unsolicited advice. Let's see 14:1. So I don't want us to, we definitely need to learn the language. It's an importance to it. I told y'all about, with the Aleph Bet, how important it is for us to really understand it. Because it's the first communication we had. It was a communication he used when communicating with us. But we saw where we failed, though, didn't we? We failed with it. That's why we lost it. Isn't that right? We didn't secure it. How did you lose it? Mm-hmm. Man, I lost my wallet. How you lost it? I pulled it out and set it down somewhere. I wore it in their pants with a hole in it. That's how you lost it. How did we lose the language? How did we lose the relationship with Elohim? We didn't secure it. We didn't secure it, and we lost it, rightfully so. And it should be this hard to find it. It should be this hard to recover it. So when you get it again, you won't lose it. Yes, sir. That's how it goes. But as long as we come laxadays, it ain't that important. We ain't going to put that much in it. I'm just trying to get by, so Tony won't be fussing it or whatever. Why y'all think I fuss at y'all? That's the only, what other reason is it? Because I can see you ain't where you need to be. I see you. Some of y'all, you had the baby, you got to pacify, you got to do this. Do y'all understand how critical this is when you move and you leave here and you're not right? There's only two people to look at this whole thing. It's you and I. Did I not teach you? Did I not enforce how important it was for you to get this? Or you just didn't care? At the end of the day, you're going to move. You ain't got to be sick to move.
All right.
You ain't got to be, you going to move. Tomorrow you're going to die. All of us, we're going to die. Tomorrow. Where are you now? So I can admit that I have not fully complied with that. When you're looking at, when he said we want, I'm going to say, yeah, that's it. I'm going to be lying. But now I'm going back to look at how important it is we have to be here. People are professing something you couldn't possibly have. Because there's too much you operate and not enough him. He can't operate when it's you. He can't operate when it's us. Let me ask you a question. In order for him to really show forth his power in Mizraim, to get himself to be definitive that who he was, he had to kill him. He had to. That was his whole intent the first time. It was never intent that he was not going to kill Pharaoh. That was the only way they were going to see him. If that's the biggest thing that you're afraid of and you revere and you fear, if I take that down, will you fear me? That was the only way. Yeshayahu told you that he didn't even see Yahuwah, not until Uzziah moved. He said, that's the Shinar I seen him. So had Uzziah kept living, was it a probability he still would have saw him that year, that Shinar? He declared, I didn't see him until he moved. He said, I raised up Pharaoh for this very self-same purpose, that I can show my power, that I can take down who everybody else fears. And you know what happened with us? We still got fears that we think that he can't conquer. Cancer, other sickness, other illness, financial thing, because you give that privilege to it. You give that power to it. You give it. That's how it works on us and beat us the way it does. Because you feel like it got such a hold on you, no way it can change, no way it can stop. We deal with a man that can move time. We got a man that make time stand still. We got a man go back and cause things that weren't to be. Ain't that right? And things that are caused not even exist no more.
That's right.
That's who we serve, but you got to believe it. That's got to be something you believe. You can't just keep coming here and it doesn't actually sink in. See if that 33, 31, who know what I want? What is it again, Austin? Yeshayahu. That's what I'm talking about, my mind. Who? Ala Shamut. Good one. Your cars are called. One of the number. That's Yahuwah has strengthened. 33, 31. We got to fix some of this stuff. I want us to be in financially a better place.
Yes, sir.
I want a lot of stuff up, but we don't get there, what good is it going to do us? If we don't get over these fears and phobias we got, how many of y'all afraid of dying and not being right? Then get right. Then get right. You should never get to a point to where you're comfortable to where it doesn't matter. Or you just going. I don't ever want to get to where, if I don't make it, I don't make it. I ain't coming. I ain't come here for if I don't make it, I don't make it. I came here to make it.
That's right. That's right.
If I know I ain't gonna make it, I ain't coming. So if you come, you should have the mind you're gonna make it. And you're gonna do everything within your ability to assist him to make sure you make it. Because it's gotta be a concerted effort from you. It can't be I come, he work. No, I come, I'm gonna perform what I hear. After you hear, there has to be a perform. There's a duty on your end that you got to perform. And you can't allow time to be a factor that come in and get you where you get so comfortable you think that it's not important. That's why it existed this long and kept the position so long. Some people, they fade away. They just don't worry. It don't matter. He ain't came back yet. Other folk doing stuff. Other folk gone. No, that had nothing to do with me. Nothing had nothing. My relationship was contingent upon my relationship with Yahuwah. It was not contingent upon if Ray decide he want to stop, or if Ray decide he want to fornicate, or Ray decide he want to commit adultery. None of that had nothing to do with my commitment. My commitment was about me getting right, me being saved, me not wanting to die and burn. If Ray, I'm using Ray. If Ray decides that's something he want to do, that's where Ray at. And Ray hadn't considered, and he has to wait for the outcome of how Mr. Yahuwah is going to mosh spot that. I can't afford to do it. I never use these guys for no markers around him. Go on here. I don't use y'all for no marker for me. I don't know. If you doing, then I'll do. That had nothing to do with me. That's your stupidity. That makes absolutely no sense. What you heard, what made you came, did you hear it? Then that's what you stay with. Y'all got it. That's what I'm sticking with. Till the man call me. If I've been here 40 years, 50 years, and he ain't come back and wait, I'm going to still be here doing the same thing he keep me. If anything, I'm looking to do it better.
That's right.
Because I should be growing in con
That's
and
right.
in the knowledge. All right, let's see this. This is your calls are called 33 and 1. Listen.
And they come unto thee as the arm cometh.
And
They sit before thee as my arm.
y'all know this you now. And
They shama thy dabarim.
but
They will not do them. For with their paw they shew much ahab. But their lob goeth after their
he
covetousness.
said, for they produce much love with their mouth, their paw, and their lob goes after their unjust gain. Any of y'all with it? I don't want you to raise your hand. You guilty. A lot of stuff y'all are saying here that you'll do and how you feel. But you know where you're going and you know what you do. That's what he said. He said they come and they sit just like my arm. And they hear it. All y'all ain't sleep. Somebody, this the one sleep. He didn't. Where did he say someone be sleep?
He didn't.
He said they sit there just like the other people do. Which means they're mimicking a behavior. They learn how to put on, even Yahushua was taught about how they made law, how they enlarged the borders of their garment. How they did things so they could be seen and so they could be called in the marketplaces. So this ain't something new or people practicing and trying to look like or pretend. We're not trying to pretend nothing. This is something we actually literally doing. Yeah. Our heart for Elohim, our dedication for him, and the will toward his work and desire toward his will, that's got to be something you got to honestly do. Right. If you don't, it's going to come back up.
That's right.
Everybody here got something you got to struggle with, you got to fight with. Everybody fighting something, always. Just when you got one hurdle done, it's another hurdle to go. Because you constantly got to be tested. If you get over some of your weakness, who in here got a weakness? All right, give me one. Somebody give me one. Anger. Conquer anger. And you're going to come up, it's going to be so much you're going to have to get. You know what people say? I got to get over the anger. And that's true. Got to get over the anger. Got to get over the anger. Got to get over the anger. I got to get over the anger. Got to get over the anger. Got to get. As soon as you get through it, something. Man, I just got over something. Because you're constantly being tested. If you're trying to be presented as tall mean, then all those areas got to be gone. All those areas got to be tested. If all upgrade ourselves, we good. I mean, how many of y'all, we pretty good. How many of y'all, how many of y'all, anybody here that pretty good? Yeah, because that'd be our grade. He put that chart up there, man, you're pretty good, be a failing F.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's what we're trying to make sure of. So what happened before is that when he set up the Kohan, it was important that the Kohan understood the rituals, okay? He understood what Elohim wanted, and it was something you could check. So I could just have my own little things. Man, I don't like that nigga. He brings, so I'm just tell him his stuff bad. But we got somewhere you can check him with. We can fact check that. What's wrong? Ain't no curvy spine. It ain't got no broken leg. What's wrong with it? One of the eyes ain't damaged. Then he get caught up, he realized I got in the way. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. So he set up where you ain't just got to take a man's word no more. Like he told her, no more, every man gonna teach his rayah, his neighbor. He said, every ish gonna know me from the least to the greatest. That's right. So you're not sitting here to a disadvantage where you stuck with, it's just us talking. You can read it and verify whether or not it's true. Yeah. He's telling us how many of us are sitting here. How many of us are sitting here? How many of us his people? He said, they come to you. Hold on, back maybe at 30 right quick. And see, what we don't want to get comfortable with is us, look. But as for you, being of Adam, the beneath of your arm are talking about you beside the walls and in the doorways of the bed of the houses. one speaks to one, each ish with his ox, saying, come now and hear what the debar is which come forth from Yahuwah. He said, every one of them said it. How many of y'all had y'all mind to come in and hear the word tonight? You ain't gonna believe it. How many of y'all talk to somebody and say, yeah, then go to serve tonight, going to hear the word tonight, guess what? You ain't saying nothing different than what they said. That's what he's trying to show us. Don't get sold on because you put out your mind, you coming, you good.
That's right.
Let's see what he said. They come to you as just like people come and sit before you as
my own.
Y'all guys look just like his people. He said they look just like the people. And hear your dabarings and sleep while you talking. Not even up here, is it?
Nope.
These people are conscious. They're listening.
That's right.
But rather they do not do
them.
That's you. You know who you are. This gets all of us. You don't do them. So just come and sit and listen ain't enough.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's not enough. He gave no brownie point. He said, but they do not do them, for they produce much love with their paw, their mouth, and their love goes after their unjust gain. Things you got no business doing.
That's right.
Some of us is stuff that come in our mind beat us. People I'm still struggling with, you're going to have to get over it.
That's right.
That's your weakness. That's what you got to get over.
That's right.
Until you conquer it, it's always going to be there. They're going to keep tightening. They're going to keep holding you back. That's why a lot of us have made. It's too many things we keep allowing to keep beating us. So like he said, his anger, that's something you got to go. You had to already been took that down. You Elohim. That's what he made of Elohim. You're supposed to subdue it. Now he put him in everything I done can. He was supposed to rule over. Ain't nothing supposed to rule over. Ain't no snake supposed to told him to do nothing, no woman.
That's right.
When I put you here, I put you in there. You supposed to, I said let him rule over.
That's right.
So we were told that we fighting against wickedness. Where was that? And where now? So if I done gave you over the bird, over everything, Charmaine, you supposed to be able to fight that too. So don't you know things gonna come? If you got the authorities, you can fight over things in the air, things on the rock, things on the, don't you know anything gonna fight against you to challenge you? Then I gotta have myself in the mindset to expect certain things. But failure shouldn't be one I should be producing for myself. That's right. And failure shouldn't be one you should be producing. Y'all understand that? This is talking to us. We sitting here just like his people. We hear it. He said, but we ain't gonna do it. He said, they're gonna produce a lot of love with their mouth. He said, but their heart going right their unjust gain. Let's see what he told at 32. This ain't nothing you don't know. It's just something you ain't been doing.
That's right.
Behold, you are to them as a singer, a shear, should be a shear thing, of love songs. A beautiful voice and playing well on an instrument, for they hear your dabarings, but they do not
practice them.
Let's see what practice is. Definition for practice. Practice. Hold on for a minute. Y'all got me talking about practice? Y'all serious? Practice. We talking about practice. Y'all ain't gonna trademark you. They did Al Iverson in it. He kept talking about practice. They took that out of context, didn't they? Said, Al Iverson said that they knew that practice was stupid. Never said it. Man came out for an interview and they were asking him about him going to practice. He said, practice. We talking about practice. Practice. Yep, today Al Iverson said practice ain't even important. Nobody should have to go to practice. Practice, the actual application. That's the actual application or use of an idea, belief, or method as opposed to theories relating to it. That's what he said you won't do. You will not do application. That's up to you to be the people it's up to you to prove out that you ain't the people he's talking about. That's when you actually do application versus theory. You know what I was thinking about? That means I got a theory. If he told us to do something, I ain't got nothing to think about nothing opposite other than doing what he said.
That's right.
Because now we're moving into theory. Theory is not actual. I'm thinking that we ain't really got to do it's kind of like, you know how that's your theory. He don't want theory. He needs people that actually walk in, that follow, that complies. That's every one of us. That's what we got to be if we're going to be perfect. The actual application or use of an. How many times I told y'all that what Yahuwah got is an idea? I ain't never told y'all that. I said it's an idea. Because you either accept it or you don't. It's an idea. But now we're talking about actually the application of the idea. Actually walking in it, performing it, belief or method. That's how Methodist Church came up. They believe it's a method. As opposed to theories relating to it. That's what a lot of us got. Theory throws us off.
Right.
That's other mindsets, other things we got. That's why the book told you to let this mind be in you, which was, guess why? He never came with theory. Why else would he tell me to let this mind? The reason how you get people away from theory is by giving them proof of something. Right? That's why he gave us what we started at 15 and 4, because whatever was written before was written for our to show us, so you can get away from theory. Theory is what we had when we was in the street. A man told me that he was giving everybody 5 minutes before he come back and judge to clean up. If you don't get right in 5 minutes, then you're going to hell. I said, I'm good. I used to get rid of dope, the police come. I said, 5 minutes, I get right. 5 minutes, what I'm doing, cut it all. He gonna give me 5 minutes. I said, 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait 5 minutes, I get right. Why wouldn't I? That was his theory. Because he was teaching that because he never did application. So when he did application, he wouldn't have to give people theory. Y'all got it? We're going with what's written, what he told us. That's what we comply with. That's what he recognizes. Those that adhere to what he says we have to do. Okay? Let's go back over. Your cards are called. 33, 32. Behold, you are to them as a shear of love song, a harp song. Shirim, right, for song? A beautiful voice and playing well on an instrument, for they hear your dabarim, but they do not
practice them.
Makes sense to what now practice is, right? They don't do application. That's you guys. You're not doing application. I know all y'all not. I know you're not. Come on. But we're going to correct a lot of stuff. So when it comes, behold, it shall come. Then shall they know that a Nabah has been in their midst. You were told.
That's right.
That's what he said. He says when they're going to know that one been in the midst of you. That's what we got to be careful about. Can we afford to find ourselves not in compliance and to realize that he sent somebody to us to warn us beforehand? And when it come at that point in the march part, you can't get right. You can't make no excuses. You can't do no confessing then or trying to get right. Everything we're going to do has to be done now. He already used things on us to cause us to turn to come here. And you know what happened? When he let the blind, when he let us loose a little bit, when he gave us a little space, a little relax. Some of when he came, I was like in a hurry and a rush trying to get it right. I need to learn that word. I need to get this thing in because I'm behind. Then we get comfortable, and guess what? You feel like you're all right. There's people behind further than you. You don't realize both of y'all going to be outside. You can't use other people for your measuring stick and for your excuse not to do what you know, not to do what you're supposed to do and know what you need to know. We're here for a reason. Everybody here, we're here for a reason. Okay? Let's see something. Pick me up at Second. I still wanted that. I'm going to get that prosperous. 2 Thessalonians 4:1. Old information but needful. Let's see something. Based off of what we learned, what we heard. Here now, I had to sit down a little bit. Mama be watching. All right. This is 2 Thessalonians 4:1.
You going first? It's number 4 and 2.
Huh?
2 Thessalonians ends at 3.
4
Chapter
first.
3.
I'm sorry. I probably said second because I was going to call it twice.
That's right.
Yeah. 1 Thessalonians 4:1. All right. Listen.
Furthermore, then we beseech you, our King, and exhort you by the Adon Yahushua, that as ye have received of us how ye ought to halak, and to please Elohim, so you would abound more and more.
Hold on, let me ask something. Furthermore, can we look at the definition for the word furthermore? I want there to be like a continuation or put emphasis on the next statement above what was said. Would it probably be something like that?
Yes, sir.
Or to add to? Okay. In addition, besides, used to introduce a fresh consideration in an argument. Y'all got that? In addition, besides. So he said furthermore then. So what he had already spoken, he was adding something in addition. And guess what he was adding in addition for us to know? How will you know how to walk when you can see? Because that's not how you walk within Elohim. You're supposed to walk by Amunah.
That's right.
Remember, he said so you could please Elohim.
That's right.
You already been walking by your eyes. That's the case, then you should already please them. So your eyesight hadn't pleased him. Because we're going to tend to go where we want to go. Right? So now he's saying, we'll go back over. In addition to, my Akeem, we call upon you and warn you in our Adon Yahushua that as you receive from us how to halak and to find kind favor in the of Elohim as you walk also, so you should abound and so multiply. That's a conversation with Abraham. Didn't he tell Abraham he was going to multiply his seed? Then he was going to show him where he was going to go?
Yes, sir.
Same conversation. He said, you got it from us. All the things, this is us. How many of y'all want good health? How many of y'all want to be prosperous? You know, live well, a nice house, some cars, some different things, children healthy, all that. You can get that. Everybody can get it. But you need to know how to walk. See, everything that you want, you can have. You know, see, everybody can't. That's a lie. You can have it. But you're going to have to comply to something. That's the whole thing. What we want, we don't actually show we don't have a persona toward that. You know what I'm saying? We don't show that. We don't exemplify that. We said it with our mouth. Like I said, with our mouth. But because he calling for us to do something. I'm calling for y'all to come and to have a certain attitude when you come, but you ain't got it. Some of y'all dead when you get here and you're dead the whole time. You're dead when you leave. I'm just being honest with you. There's something that he wants us to demonstrate. If that's something you want. Let me see something. See if that's the 19th chapter book of Oriah, they call Luke. Now, when he finished, before you move over there right quick, hit that one more time. Well, I could probably quote it anyway. Ain't no problem. I can't. I ain't no quote like that. He said, for you know what Amar we gave you. Y'all got that? Yes, so guess how you walking? By them. Why wouldn't he give me everything I'm supposed to get when I'm walking by the Amar? That's right. I'm walking by the commandments. So this ain't me. Did Tony? Just you wrote the commandments. So if you walk by them, it's your commandments. No, if you walking by them, then you walking by Amunah. Because that's what he gave to build us up. That's what we use to build ourselves up. Y'all got it. And ye yada building up yourselves. No, yeah, on your most kodash Amunah. I can't do it. I'm going to build up myself by what? By complying. I didn't vote tell you got to build. How? Because you just got to build. See, you don't know what you're saying. I'm going to build myself up by what? By application. Right. The more I comply, the more I stay consistent, the more he can do for me. The less I comply, the less consistent I am, the less operation I'm going to get from him. I'm going to get less performance from him. Why would he? Why? Oh, because I keep the Shabbat. There's a lot of people keep the Shabbat. All the Shabbat, it don't work. So let me get it straight. Shabbat, it don't work. So a person in ICU room right now, Justin, ICU room with tubes all of them, they ain't keeping Shabbat. They can't go nowhere out the night and they ain't going nowhere. They're not keeping Shabbat.
Yeah.
Then they saved. All this is not doing work. When Shabbat was actually given up first, we didn't come in with no teaching. That became customary. Shabbat was just not working. So a person in an IC room with tubes in there, not going nowhere, not doing nothing, they not keeping, so they saved. That's why it's important for us to make sure that we are not sitting here with some false premise of salvation.
Right.
Because we coming, because we hearing. But there's some things in here that's not right. Y'all got it? You coming, you performing, but you're not right here. And you ain't right with him. So all we doing at this point is killing time. We're a bunch of clock shooters. And we're gonna call you clock shooter, that means you're killing time. Don't be no clock shooter. For you know the commandments which we gave you by the Shem of the Adon Yahushua. Verse 3. For this is the will of Elohim, your Kudash, they were saying, that you should abstain from
Fornication.
Zanu. Hold on, what you say?
Fornication.
Who?
Fornication.
It's time. Zanu.
Zanu.
Well, we know they call it fornicator, they know. Zanu. So now, we talk about that. Now, let's talk about that. Zanuth is, what is that, whoredom?
Mm-hmm.
Harlot, and I think is a little different for harlot. Zanuth is whoredom. Okay? How many of y'all in here ain't been whoring around? Then you innocent. That's not the only way you commit Zanu.
Right.
When you seek other gods.
That's right.
If Yahuwah tell you to do something, you don't do it, then that's Zanu.
That's right.
Because you ain't doing it to him, then you doing it for somebody else. See,
That's right.
let's get it. You know, folks saying, ain't hit me, I ain't commit. Cause think about how we think. If I'm not committing fornication, you know how many people not committing fornication?
A lot.
A unit that had their penis cut off, or a woman that had her vagina sewed up,
That's right.
or had her clitoris cut off. They're not committing fornication either, so they saved.
Nope.
Because that's not the only form. Yasharal was considered to be in Zanuk when they served other Elohim, because you're giving yourself over to something. Y'all got it. That's, see, when we sit here, that's what first thing people start thinking. Well, I ain't homemonger. I ain't committing no fornication. But let me see something. If I tell you to do something, the will of Elohim is for you to get up and go this way right over here. No, you're not going to go, though. I'm just using for example, okay? But he right, though, to do that, but he not going to go. But you're not committing fornication. See that? He's serving somebody because he didn't do what he was told to do by Elohim. Y'all got it. He's acknowledging some. Listen, Elohim rule and calls to do. That's why he didn't lead it. Like at first, I didn't want to call nothing else Elohim because he's Elohim. He said, no, these are things that control. You know what I'm saying? And there are things that control you. You just don't realize it. And those are forms of Elohim. He won't be acknowledged as the only true Elohim. And the only way you make those other ones a figment of your imagination is by not complying to them. But as long as you give a service to them, they still exist. He tried so many times. He said, I'm going to remove the names of them. I'm going to blot them out. But when your behavior goes back to, then it still exists. That's where we at. That's where we at. No more game plan. We're not where we need to be. The way of Yah synagogue is not where we need to be. That man said, for you know, we just got through talking about showing us how to walk. How are we talking about the commandments? This don't make sense. I thought we were talking about how to walk. Everybody, put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Y'all remember that? Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door. Y'all remember that? They taught Frosty the Snowman how to walk. You remember that one? Man, that cause I want to start crying just then. Man, that thing was something. Y'all remember that he was had to teach him how to walk. But they taught him how to walk. They told, guess what? Even though it's a song, it's a fictional, they told him, not just told him, they told him how to do it. They said, walk. No, put one foot in front of the other one. He never did it before. They said, just put one in front of the other one. They said, now you walking across the floor. Now they let know if you keep putting one foot in front of the other one. They said, soon you'll be walking out the door. So they were teaching him how to walk. Well, the book came on there showing us how to walk. Don't pick up, put one foot in front. No. But when you follow the commandment, this is the will of Elohim. This is what pleases Elohim. When you comply, this proves that you're not committing zanuth.
Right.
Whenever you're being told to do something and you comply with it. When you don't, then you are committing zanuth. You say, well, I ain't been out here fornicating. You might as well.
That's right.
Let's see what he told her right quick. What's that? Out of Shemuel 15 and 20. Let's try to get y'all finished. Shemuel. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do a. How many of y'all like games? Good, cause we ain't gonna play one.
That's right.
We're gonna do a thing called You Ain't a Member. Ain't nobody no member. We're gonna earn their membership. Let me tell y'all why. We cannot afford to die and don't be right. We're not gonna get sold on we are members and that has somehow secured us to salvation. It hasn't. Being on the roll at the Well Y'all Synagogue has not secured your salvation. Your salvation is not secure until you finish to the end. That's right. Mm-hmm. We've gotten comfortable. We've gotten relaxed. We've connected with people, and we set in ease. And at any time, that man can take us out of here. Anytime. Anytime. If you ain't right, somebody's going to have to pay for that. Mm-hmm. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
You're not a member. No one's a member. We're going to earn this thing. We ain't worried about what nobody think out there. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
How many of y'all had a real fire when you first came? First started watching? How many of you had a real, I got to get this right? How many of y'all can admit we got comfortable? It didn't seem like it had to do, because after a while you'll get, and it'll happen. It'll happen. And it takes every now and then to shake us up so we don't get comfortable. If you moot and you don't make it, you need to blame somebody. Especially when you should have been warned. I ain't a member yet, I gotta earn my membership too. That be fair? So we all visitors. Somebody come in, they say, I'm a visitor. Say, hey, I'm visiting too. We got to get it right. Then Shaul said to Shemuel, because I did obey the call of Yahuwah, that you call sound, and went on the journey, there should be Mahalak.
The rock.
Halak. Hold on, what did you do? Okay, the rock, the way, okay. On which Yahuwah sent me. See this? He sounds just like us. He sounds just like, because the man said, I know I heard. Anybody, hold on. You ain't going to tell me when I ain't here. Because the man said, I did, and I went right on the way he told me. He sent me and have brought back Agag, the Malak of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. Let me tell you what I found already from reading this. What we find here is that he didn't practice. Practice. We're talking about practice. Ray, you know why I'm saying he didn't practice? Say it while I hear you. He didn't use application. And the reason why, not just because of that, he used theory. Listen, this is us. This is the Well Y'all Synagogue. We are a bunch of theory people. Because in retrospect, it looks like he did what he told them. Because I did like what he said. What I understand, how I process stuff. Which means theory got in the way. He couldn't admit. Kill everything? Come on. Are you a sheep? Or can you think for yourself? What am I using? Theory. How many can admit we've been guilty of using theory? That's how we get right. By first admitting where we were wrong. But this man is still complying, still trying to say that I did obey the call, the sound. I heard him and went on the journey on which Yahuwah, he sent me to do it. Listen, and have brought back Agag the Malak. When did he tell you to do this? That's where we at. That's where we at.
That's right.
We're going to fix this. We're going to fix it by making sure we go back and correct these ideologies we had. I can't afford to die and be wrong. You can't afford to die and be wrong. It don't matter what nobody else think out there. You know what you got to do. Everybody here, we got to be true with ourselves. If you ain't true to yourself, you're a liar to everybody. What's the point of living a lie? Anytime you live a lie, you got to live another one. Another. We could have stayed with Jesus. We gonna lie, and we gonna fake it like we gonna make it. We could have stayed with what we were doing. How we serve with so much vigor, so much energy, so much desire, and then when you get the truth, it's like it don't matter how I look no more. It don't matter. All they see, all that. See now what get happen? Theory. Everything I've been thrown to Christianity. Everything thrown to Christianity. Now we ain't got to do that. Christians wear drawers.
Yeah.
Christians eat food you shouldn't be eating. Christians drink water too. You shouldn't drink no water. So you don't be careful. You'll throw everything to Christianity and you'll exile everything that's Yahuwah.
Right.
Those people had festival clothes. I think it was a celebration. The Shabbat is a celebration. Yep. This ain't a funeral. This is Shabbat. This is the first muhad you were given. This us. And went on the rock on which Yahuwah sent me and brought back Agag the Malaka Amalekite and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. Let's see what happened. But the arm, there we go, took some of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the choice of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice to Yahuwah, your Elohim at Gilgal. That's what we do. I used to do that. I used to sell dope. I used to pay my tithes on my dope. Should have been destroyed, and I took it out and paid tithes on it. Money I made from killing, destroying people's lives, I felt like if I paid tithes on it, it'll fix what I did. They did the same. It ain't hard for me to understand what they did. That's the same thing we do. Taking and trying to make some good out of it. Like your disobedient, taking and try to some kind of way get to Yahuwah. He ain't going to accept it. That's what he tried to tell you. Yahuwah ain't, a lot of stuff we've been getting, Yahuwah hadn't accepted that stuff. He hadn't accepted it. You know it's bad to be putting all that time, do all that stuff, to find out, you know I never accepted nothing you done. Nothing you did never pleased me. Do y'all understand where we need to be and where we at? Y'all know how many people these groups sell out? This the worst thing when Hebrews are like Yahudim and whatever they call themselves. When we learn words, we sell out on principles.
Yeah, it's true.
We start thinking those words will cover up for everything else. That don't cover for nothing.
That's right.
The people that lost it all had more words than we got. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Had no, wouldn't need no Nakud if everybody stayed where they supposed to stay with.
That's right.
Wouldn't need no translators. We had it all. Wouldn't need nobody to swear. The man got so angry, he burned up books. I don't even want you to have it. That's how pissed I am with you. Now we come back in this accustomed thing, starting to remember, starting to reflect, starting to consider. You got rid of some people look like us. Some people that sold out because they thought they had gotten it all. We still trying to make it at every cost, every end. Everybody here got a struggle. They got, whether it's your health, whether it's your finance, whether it's your mental, whether it's your kids, whether it's your spouse, whether it's just you, whatever it is, everybody got something you got to break through. And your obligation don't change. That's why I'm here. Let's see what he told him. 22. Listen.
And Shemuel said, hath Yahuwah as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in Shammah the call of Yahuwah. Behold, to Shammah is better than sacrifice, and to Shammah than the fat of rams.
He asked him a question. 'Cause I need to understand where you at. So let me get this straight. You think I like those sacrifice and offerings better than I do you obeying? We only found one time we found written that Abraham offered a sacrifice. Well, twice. He cut one, laid it down, and he came through and came through, and the fire consumed him. Then he told him to offer him one that he offered up. He was supposed to offer Yasakak, and they offered up the ram. We don't find where Abraham went down doing a whole bunch of sacrifices, do we?
That's right.
So when he told us that we received him how we ought to walk, so we know about sacrifices, right? And burning and cooking, right? We understood how important the commandments were. That's right. So we should have left that. Hold what you got. Say that Yahoo right quick. Chapter 7. Yahoo chapter 7. Let's start walking so I ain't got long. Yahoo chapter 7. See if it's verse. Let me see one first. They call it Jeremiah. Y'all. Yahoo. Let me see 71 first. We'll jump down. That's not what I want, but since we're right there, let's see. All right, listen.
The debar that came to Yirmiyahu from Yahuwah, saying, stand in the dall of Yahuwah's Beth.
And do what?
Proclaim there this debar.
He said, and tell them this word. What do you want me to tell them?
And say, Shammah the debar of Yahuwah.
You see that? He told them to stand in the gate of the Beth of Yahuwah and proclaim there this word and say, hear the debar of Yahuwah, all you of
Yehuda.
Who?
Enter in at these dall to Shekah Yahuwah.
You know, the book came along telling the book of Kahalath before that when you come into the Beth of Yahuwah, be what? Then to do what? So they'd have heard it, they would have threw them. They'd be like, I ain't never heard that. You supposed to just come in dancing and praising, having a celebration good time. Said, no, the first thing you're supposed to do when you come in, you're supposed to hear the debar.
That's right.
Everybody, he said Yehuda. If you're not a Yehuda, you don't have to. Now you understand in the 8th chapter of the book of Yehukanan when he said, then said Yahushua to who was it? Who did what? That's the people he gonna be talking to are people that amon on him. That's who gonna sit down and consider when they enter through the dollar. The people that don't amon on him, they don't care. People think we just living to die. You're not just living to die. You come into a mosh pot. You're going to have to give an account. You can go along with these stupid people believing nothing. This stuff is out of these white people's hands.
That's right.
They can't control no war. They got people, they showing people in Europe. Europe gets freezing cold outside, thousands of them. These folk moving, trying to get to Europe. Listen, they leaving from Iraq. They leaving from Syria. All of them moving across Europe trying to go to Poland. What's somebody going to leave the east for trying to go to Poland? That's how bad they map is. When you leave the east to go to Poland, you real dumb. But what they gonna do, they don't know where to go. They ain't got no direction. What you gonna do when you don't have no direction? That's why we seek Yahuwah. We ask him to halal us. We'll be the same people. Can you imagine leaving the east, Kadim, to go to Poland? When Yahuwah don't give you rest, when Yahuwah trouble you on every side, you'll find more rest in Poland than you'll find now.
That's right.
Yahuwah emptying them people out. We got to come home.
That's right.
Let's see verse 3. Listen.
Thus saith Yahuwah of Sabaoth, the Elohim of Yasharal, amend your ways and your doings, and I will cause you to dwell in this Malkum.
That's what he told everybody that came in. Let them know when you coming in. Everybody was coming through that gate. If you get your ways straight with me and you start doing right, I'll let you stay here. Those people have that. Listen, that gave them people Nakum. When you've been moved from place to place, now you coming through, you going through, I don't know how long we're going to be here. I don't know if it'll be a week, a month, a year. He said, listen, Every woman that in, you tell them, mend your ways. Fix how you've been operating. He said, I'll cause you to stay here. I won't cut you off again. You won't have another end. That's all we've been looking for is kaya. Isn't that right? More abundantly. Isn't that right? With more endurance, continuous. That's what he told him. Let's see what he told him.
Trust ye not in lying dabarim,
Deceptive words saying,
the Mashakan of Yahuwah.
Stop. They ain't moved yet. I'm sorry, yeah. Okay. This is the Hakel of Yahuwah for temple.
The Hakel of Yahuwah, the Hakel of Yahuwah are these.
Let's see. For
if ye thoroughly amend your darak and your doings, if ye thoroughly execute mashpah between a ish and his re'ah, if ye oppress not the stranger.
I'm going to sue the person who sold me the chapstick. Somebody say Yosha. Do Yosha know her name been called in a lawsuit?
She do now.
That's right. All right, come on.
If ye oppress not the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, and shed not innocent dam in this Malkum, neither halak after other Allahim to your hurt.
See that? To your own ruin. So you know when something ruined, you can't fix it. That's a different. Now hurt is different. You can fix a hurt. When something ruined, you'll get a one. They say, man, look at it. This thing ruined. What that mean? See, going after the other God, the other behavior, he said, that thing will hurt you. It'll ruin you. It'll put you to where I can't repair you. Look what all you got to do. If you do not oppress the alien, the foreigner, because you was a foreigner. Everything he tell you, because you was oppressed. You know what it's like. The orphan, you know what it's like. We were left out. An orphan just somebody without their parents.
That's right.
That's what we were while Elohim came to get us. We
That's
were
right.
orphans. Everything he tell you, this you. Or the widow. And do not shed innocent dam in this place, nor halak after other mighty ones to your own ruin. Let's see what happened. Then
will I cause you to dwell in this Malkum,
if I pray hard and just love the Lord. You see what you had to do in order for you to continue. Everybody that came in that place to enter that door, this all they had to do. Then I'll let you dwell here in this place, in the bed, in the arats that I gave to who?
your aboth,
How long?
alam and alam.
Even unto alam. See that? I'm putting you back. Let's see what happened. Listen.
Behold, ye trust in lying dabarim
Deceptive word.
that cannot profit.
That's dangerous. Shall
Ye steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and halak after other mighty ones whom ye know not,
that you have not known.
and come and stand before me in this
Then come and stand before me in this bed, which is
Kara by my Shem, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations.
that's what he said. You know in their mind, nobody ever said that. They didn't realize your actions did.
Right.
You won't find nobody that literally put that out their mouth, but their actions did. Because those people were going out and they were going to other Elohim. He named out what they were doing. You were oppressing people and you were the same. You cried out to me when you was in that condition. How you do that to somebody else? You were forsaken and cast down. I came back and I mended you and I got you back. You can't do that to other people.
That's right.
You're supposed to be symbolism of hope to people, what they would call hope. You're called because these people, it's people out here now that's motherless, that's fatherless, that's been abandoned, that's been forsaken. He said that was your testimony until I came and got you. So when people saw you, people saw an opportunity. People wanted to test themselves to you, but now you've gone after other Elohims. You were supposed to be the place set. You were supposed to be the example for everybody.
That's right.
You know what happened? Let us got too much. We did better when we were broke.
Yeah.
Then you knew you needed him.
Yeah.
You did better. See all that stuff? It said we are delivered that we may do all these. You know, who would say that out their mouth? The same people just like the people would have been a Shaul saying, I done did everything he told me to do. And the way I'm going is the way he told me. Because you going by your own theory. You seeing your own way.
That's right.
That's why Shaul told her first, like you received of us, how you ought to halak.
Right.
So we're talking about, again, walking out of your own hurt, doing your own stuff. So that's why it was important to give us people that will come back and instill in us the importance of complying to his amar.
That's right.
We put too much effort in getting married, try and do other stuff we're trying to get, and we don't make sure we put the first effort on. I got to have that thing right first. First thing he told me to seek ye first. First thing, seek. You ain't got it, and what you finna do? Then what you think you just did? You just a man. You got a theory.
That's right.
I'm going to still do what he told me to do. That's the same thing Shaul said. That's the same exact thing he said. Because the first thing everybody here was supposed to do was to seek ye first. The Malkuth Elohim and his Sadiq. Then all this, that's why it'd be a thorn to her, because you didn't do it right. Mm-hmm. You were supposed to seek salvation first. But you saying you've been delivered that you may do all these abominations. Verse 9. Wait, verse, no, that's 9, 10, 11. Let's see 11. 14, let's see. All right, listen.
Is this Beth, which is Kara, by my Shem, become a den of robbers in the
In your sight. He want to ask. He said, now instead of placing that but a den, it's a haven for people to sit around. He made them thieves, robbers. Listen, behold.
Even I have seen it, saith Yahuwah.
Uh-oh. What you going to say, he lying?
Mm-mm.
I asked you, but I'm telling you, I see it. Listen. Can you imagine the place that they were going into, that they entered, was a place for thieves to lodge in now? Can you imagine these people were coming into the place that Elohim had given to their Abba for alarm, and now he said, it's just a place for thieves. These people are sitting here doing wrong, saying I delivered them in order for them to do this. When I told them clearly, after I have brought you out, you were supposed to shakar him at the foot of the heart at that mountain. He said, you were never delivered to do that stuff. When he brought you, he told you clearly, you saw none of these things, lest you do what?
Corrupt yourself.
You've been around somebody, because now you're doing it. And he told you when you cried, your Abba and them cried out about it, that they were going to move. And Musa came along, he was your Nakum. He told you not to Yara. Yahuwah had just come to prove you, to see. That's why he can say, I see you. You're a den of thieves. Come on. 13.
But go ye now unto my Malkum, which was in Shiloh, where I set up my Shem at the first, and see what I did to it for the Rasha of my Yasharal.
What I tell you, that he'll go and tear a place up and destroy a place that was called by Shem. Because of us. Because he's telling you why though, because of he said, I want you to go look at how that place looked because of the Rosh of those people. I tore up a place called by my Shem because of the wickedness of these people. Why you think the purpose why we had to go and see Yahushua sat down? He told you I come in my Abba Shem.
That's right.
I wanted you to see how I tore it up because of the Rosh of the people. He destroyed it because of us.
That's right.
In the 5th chapter of the book of Romans, it told us that while we were yet Kataim, I destroyed that place because of your Rosha. You have no guilt. You have no shame. You bear no responsibility. And you should. We're all guilty of the Dom. We're all guilty of the destruction of that Malkum. He said, go into Shiloh and see how I destroyed it. Listen why. I did it because of the Rosha of my arm. The people that come and sit before me like they're my people. That hear what I'm telling them and they won't do it. Yasharal, come on. I'm almost to the end. And now.
Because ye have done all these works, saith Yahuwah, And I spake unto you, rising up early and speaking, but ye shall not.
Got up early to take it too. And
I call you, but ye answered not.
he said, I call you. And you didn't even answer. Who else told you that? What did he say? He right. He just can't quote word for flying flip. In the 11th chapter of the book of, I had to go again, 11th chapter of the book of Matthew. He was talking about whom should he liken this Tuladaf unto? He says like Benin sitting in the marketplace. He said they piped. They said we piped unto you. He hadn't danced. He said, see, he says what I did. He said I called to you, but you didn't answer. He said I did everything to you. He tried to show him. He said I came to you. I did all this stuff. Pipe. He said you didn't even dance. He said when I lamented, you didn't even mourn. But he let you know that wisdom. Please don't tell me who your mom and your dad is. I already know who they are. Because you're not that smart. See, the mother and the Abba and the aim was supposed to teach you. So when you didn't exemplify no wisdom, I already knew who your parents were. That way you can tell you were of your Abba to Satan. Come on. 14, listen.
Therefore will I do unto this Beth, which is called by my Shem, wherein ye trust, and unto the Malchum which I gave to you, and to your Aboth, as I have done to Shiloh.
Come on.
And I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your Akim, even the whole seed of Ephraim.
Sit down. Look at that. That poor been fruitful. What you do when you take somebody's fruit and throw it out? Because it's rotten. Come on.
Therefore, Palal not thou for this alm,
Whoa.
neither lift up Sayak nor Palal for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not shama thee.
How pissed they were. Now, what you think them people were doing they heard that? You done popped up here and came into the Beth of Yahuwah, came through the dollar, and then you hear a message like that, and the man tell you that Yahuwah told him, don't even Sayak for you. Don't offer Palau for you. And when you do, I won't hear it. It would have made them consider that just coming there ain't enough. Hearing ain't enough. Application is it and getting rid of theory. Right. Come on. 17.
Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Yehuda and in the streets of Jerusalem?
Let's see.
The Benim gather wood, and the Abba kindle the fire, and the Ashah knead their dough, Nashim knead their dough, to make cakes to the Malkah of Shamayim, and to pour out drink offerings unto other mighty ones, that they may provoke me to anger.
In order to spite me. He said, that bad. They try to do that to piss me off. Come on.
Do they provoke me to anger, saith Yahuwah? Do they not provoke themselves to confusion of their own panim?
Is that going to be your own shame? You ain't provoking me. You're going to hurt yourself. Come
That's
on.
right. Therefore, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, behold, mine anger and my fury shall be poured out upon this Malchum, upon Ish, and upon beast, and upon the ox of the field, and upon the pari of the Adumah, and it shall burn, and shall not be quenched.
Come on.
Thus saith Yahuwah of Sabaoth, the Elohim of Yasharal, put your burnt offerings unto your sacrifices, and eat basar. For I spake not.
I did what?
Spake not.
For I did what?
Spake not unto your Aboth, nor commanded them in the Yom that I brought them out of the Arats of Mizraim.
Concerning what?
Burnt offerings and sacrifices.
So I didn't talk to him about it coming out.
That's right.
I was trying to get him to comply. That's why he asked you in the book of Olive Shamuel, has Yahuwah as much delight in burnt offering and sacrificing as in obeying? I didn't want them people that offer no sacrifice or burn that. I just wanted them to comply. See, all the extra stuff that people try to do to try to please or try to get favor, concede from Yahuwah. He just wants you to comply.
That's right.
That's what we're going to be working on. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Where are you a member at?
Nowhere.
Exactly. You're not a member. We're all visitors. We're going to earn it, and we're going to keep it.
That's right.
We're going to correct the wrongs we've done. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
By making sure we do it right.
That's right.
That's two. Appreciate it. Get this hand back up so I can get through and get out of here. Gonna get this thing right before the night comes. He said, you can't work in the Layla. Everything you're gonna get in, you got to get it on this side. Mm-hmm. For Wednesday and tonight. Yes, yes, yes. We got to get it right, y'all. Well, don't worry about it. We're going to get it right. Folks, count on us. We ain't going to let you down. Nobody else ain't. You rest assured, I ain't gonna let you down. You came here to make sure you get it right. My goal to make sure we get it right. At any cost. Ain't that more important to get it right? Ain't that right? When the Talmudim came by, they were rejoicing. They said even the Shadim was subject to them. He said, don't rejoice because of that. So I hear Satan back. So just like lightning falling from Shamayim. He told them he wanted them to shusha though, that your Shem written on high. That's what you want your Shem written at. It need to be in his roll book. Y'all got it? Yahuwah got a roll book. You need to make sure you're in that book. I got to be there. Nobody else don't get down. They have a song telling you can't crown until I get there. I don't know who them folks talking about. Man, gonna be crowned, sitting and reigning, ruling. You're gonna be down in Sheol. That can't be our testimony. Whatever y'all got in your law against one another, get back. Get out your law. You ain't gonna make it. I'm telling you tonight. When you burn, make sure I told you, you ain't gonna make it. Make sure you're right. Get it out your law. You ain't gonna make it. You can't make it. It's impossible for you to make it. Man said nothing but the pure in law. I'm gonna even see all of him. Y'all hear me? Nothing but the pure in law. Gonna even sin. There you go. I got to sin. Isn't that right? Appreciate it. Won't nobody else go. I try to send me. Isn't that right? Send me. That's what Yeshayahu told him. And he told Yeshayahu what he told him. He had told him, said, who gonna go for it? He said, send me. Isn't that right? Send me. How many of y'all want to get this thing right? Please, y'all. Please don't just raise your hand and try to please nobody else. Make sure that what you, if you want to do it, we're going to do everything we can to make sure we fulfill it. Please don't move and don't be right. Examine yourself, consider what you're doing, consider the things you got, and consider what you got worth burning for. Absolutely nothing. Got to make it in. Isn't that right? Got to make it in. Got to see his face. Isn't that right? I'm about to cry sometime. It's going to hurt. There's going to be some suffering, some persevering. But that's the only way you're going to make it in. That's why I'm here. You got to press. Heard a man saying years ago, Prince, Prince, Prince. I said, what's the hook? Prince, Prince. I said, what's the lyric? The rest of the lyric of the song, Prince, Prince. I said, you got anything other than Prince? Everybody, Prince, Prince. I said, yeah, you probably hold that album right. Hold it. He said it's an album. Extended play, one of them super long plays. What is that, ELP? That extra long play, what is it? EP. That extra, no, they got the ELP, the extra long play. Yeah, they got the ELP, that's the extra long play. Yeah, that Joe got that man put it, we saw that thing just stretching tape out. Prince, Prince, Prince. That Joe should have owned a dry cleaner. And all that pressing. That tight. Look like Alicia might have beat y'all. Like she might have beat y'all. We ain't have but one seat today. That's all right. We almost to the end. Where Yoshawaka Week? What time is it? I wasn't too long. Oh, I was. I thought I cut. I ain't cut back. What you say, Lancaster? You caused a lot of trouble. That's what happened. You like what you're doing. You ain't got nothing to say. You shouldn't be talking anyway. I got something to say. I sure ain't come here for nothing. He ain't get me up for nothing. We got to get it right. Y'all young people too. I can't encourage y'all enough, man. Y'all take their way while you're young. Yahuwah Baraka, y'all. Y'all will see it. Their way pay off. I'm telling you, I've seen, I'm struggling and everything you can do. Man, you stand and you stay almanah, man. That man will work it out for you. I'm telling you, that man will give you a calm, he'll give you a peace. He'll give you shalom. He'll do it for you. He'll take care of you. I'm telling you, all odds will be against you. He'll give you favor. He'll let it come against you just so he can show you. Can't nothing stop what he got for you. Y'all got it? Got to press your way, take your time. Can't run real fast. And don't run slow. Just stay steady. That's right. That's how I do, stay steady. Some of like we breaking down, but you know what? We holding on. I ain't giving up. I ain't letting go. All right. Well, we got Yoshawaka Weeka. Wow, no, man. Oh, she got the mic now. About time. You don't know how to hold no mic. You don't know how to sing either, do you? When you have that mic and ball up the whole thing right and try to speak at the bottom of it, I said, that girl can't sing to say. Because a singer know you hold the mic. You do the two fingers or hold it down. It's a way you hold the mic when you sing. And where you held it, no way possible. You can't sing at all, can you? I can tell you, when she grabbed the whole thing and balled it up like and try to talk in the bottom of it, I said, she can't sing. Go ahead, Yoshi.
Martinez.
So you still ain't trying to learn how to sing. Don't worry, go ahead. Martinez. Go ahead.
Damon. MJ and the girls.
MJ and the girls. Hobby y'all girls. Chanel.
The
Bookers. CJ. Liz.
Palmers.
All the Palmers.
Yes, sir.
Now, where's he at with Hey Hump?
He don't even know who that is.
Well, that's all we need to know. The Palmers, the Italian family. Go ahead.
Jeff.
Joanna.
Lanita.
Oh, Lanita down. I just had to keep pressing. We hope you feel better. Go ahead.
Danielle and the kids.
Yeah, I seen it. I know it was 24. I know about 24 people missing. Okay, Danielle and her kids.
Meeks. Michelle and the babies.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations again on the baby. Isn't that right? Congratulations. Isn't that right? Got him a little man and a little lady there. That's all right. Isn't that right? And Michelle tied down for life now. Isn't that right? She gonna get them kids up quick. She got to go. She don't like to sit still, do she? Yeah, it'll be tight, but she gonna get one of them little mobile car seat. And she take out that you had to jump in there and catch up with her because she got to go. I appreciate it. All right, let's get ready. Stay and give me
more things.
Oh, I'm sorry, who?
Wednesday was Rashida's birthday.
Yeah, Rashida. Yeah, that who missing. Wow.
I'm sorry?
Where Rashida? I had to throw that thing on her like that.
Hadia's down.
Who did?
Hadia's down.
Oh, Hadia down. Oh, that's what they want to call it.
Also, Tamika's birthday.
Yeah, Tamika's birthday was what, Thursday? Happy birthday, that's right. Happy birthday.
And Martinez's birthday is today.
That's right. Happy birthday, Martinez. Happy birthday. That's right. November, probably one of our other biggest yards of people, ain't it? Josh and you and who else they got in there? I'm trying to see who y'all got special need in there. Who else? Yeah, y'all got some people in there, some characters in there. Who else y'all got? Oh, yeah, that's bad, boy. That's terrible. More, yeah, my mook in there. Chris. Boy, y'all got some sickos in there, boy. Shane, yeah. Shane a good fella. There's a bunch of y'all in November, ain't it? Do November have any widows in there, y'all? Yes. There. Somebody said all of them? Goodness. Wow. That tight, Keisha. Prince, what month you in? What yard are you in? We got some people in there coming over to your yard. February one of them like weird month, because y'all can't get an extra day but every 4 years. So y'all one of them weird months. We can put some people over there. Every 4 years, we're going to put their birthday over there, leap year. All right, that's everybody. Appreciate everybody again. Appreciate those watching in. Appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for everything he's done. Okay. All right, all laws clear. We'll turn and we'll pull out. Most High Kudash Abba, which is separated, Father, I do again for allowing us to be here, for what you've allowed our own to see, which our eyes and our ears to shama, which is to hear or to hearken to. Ask you to please forgive us before it's everlasting too late, to reestablish us, to seek you with all. We're sorry for any procrastination or hesitation we've done, for anything we consider other than your will and your Durak. Asking you to make us Tamim, which is perfect in every Durak way, before it's everlasting too late. Asking you to allow us to be joint heirs with the Mashiach, the anointed one, to make us of the Kodashim, which are the separated arm. Asking you to Baraka your Ra'a, your Malaki, your Shamaim, your Sabut, Jerusalem, those behind prison walls, bereaved, the out-of-towners, Baraka, and strengthen them with all, and be the Nakum. Ask you to be with us, that we might be Sadak and Sadiq, which is just and right and righteous before it's everlasting too late. Cleanse us whole, that we might be sufficient and meet for the Adon's use. We ask you to continue to be their healer for those that's going through and suffering and afflicted, knowing that you can do all things but kazab and fail. As we prepare to separate from this Malkum place, never, ever from your Kudash presence. We ask you to grant us a Beth in your everlasting Malkuth, which is your empire, where we can see your Pani, your face, and Tahalim, your Shembeta. In the Shem of Yahushua, Yahusha HaMashiach, we palau. Let us all say, Amen. Come home! Come home! A hobby. All right, young people. Everybody know where they're supposed to be at. All right, they're going to get y'all on it. Y'all got to be in unison. Y'all got to make sure y'all sound. Y'all got to be on beat. Because I've been watching y'all, man. I don't know what y'all been singing. Well, y'all know what? Y'all been sounding like some little drunks. I want to encourage y'all, though. Y'all not drunks. You just sing like drunk. I mean, come on up here. Come on, y'all get in. Everybody get in here. Y'all ready? Y'all gonna be on beat this time. Y'all ready? Do y'all need me to lead the group? Y'all gonna bang fire. Y'all right? So come on up and y'all ready? Go get. All right, y'all ready? Hold on, we gotta get him. All right, let me hear y'all now. We gotta be on beat. Y'all ready? Yeah. We just can't be hollering. We gotta let. The little children. Y'all see how beautiful that is? Yeah. And y'all ready? We gonna be beautiful. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, hit it. The little children, all the children of the congregation, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Rahab, the little children of the congregation. Woo! Come home! I have you.